here. Okay, I did it differently. Hope this works. I think I'm live. Let's just check the volume. I'm hearing the clicks. All right, we are live. Running a little late today. 7:02. Oh my God, Joan, we're late. Welcome to the live stream where we do it live. Is anyone here yet? Not yet. Little Joan is very satisfied. We had a nice walkies, and that was fun. A little cold though. Still a little cold here in South Jersey. I prefer the non-winters we were having previously than the actual winter we're having right now. We're going to get snow again. What is this, the 70s? Oh, man. Back in the 70s, we had snow, baby. We had snow from November to beginning of March. It would clear up on my birthday, March 9th. But before then, it would just be cold. There'd still be ice on the ground. I hate that. I like the global warming. Let's keep that going. Just saying, let's keep that going. All right. This week, I should probably put out a quick shout out on X. I am live with Little Joan. Boom. I won't put the link. You guys know the link. So yeah, we do it live. I guess I should put the link. I have to get the link down. How do I get the link? Is this the link? Let's see. I hate when they change the control on things. Is this the link? That's what I'm going to check right now. Nope, that is absolutely not the link. What the hell was that even? All right, I gotta look for my own damn link. We are going through all the best and worst movies of what is that? Hold the phone. Old Ways in New Jersey. Who is that? EBTV. Oh, this finally aired? Did he send me a link? I don't think he did. Or did he? I don't remember. Indie Phantom is here, live. Last show of 2025. Yes, indeedy do. Yes, indeedy do. Let me get the link. Wait, that's not it. That was last week. Where the hell's the link? Here it is. Yeah, we're live. Okay. And then I'll post the link. JC is here. Hi, hi, hi. What even is that link? I don't even know. I don't even know. There's the link. I'm not going to keep explaining it. Hi, JEC. Hi, Indie Phantom. Best and worst of horrible year at the box office, says Indie Phantom. Indie Phantom's suggestion. And he says hello, JEC. Yeah, we're going to be doing some of that. I've got some best and worst list. And that's going to be fun. Although I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be a lot of overlap. Except the NPR list I have. What the hell are they going to pick? I tried not to look so I could be shocked and disgusted. Let's do a quick rundown of the box office such that it is. It's pretty much no surprises here. Number one, Avatar Fire and Ash at 64 million, down only 28%. Jeez, it's almost like people like that movie. Do people actually like this movie? I can't tell. Indie Phantom, Hollywood trying to hype their weekend in the Christmas flow. I guess a lot of people just are still going to movies out of momentum, at least at Christmas. I know that's a big thing for the Jewish community to do. Christmas is movies and Chinese food, which sounds awesome, by the way. Except you don't get any gifts. Indie Phantom, Hollywood trying to hype their weekend. I read that one. But still, most of this, if it wasn't for the Chinese, and China loves Avatar, 75 million. So what is that? It's like 20 million profit. But still made money. You could see, though, why James Cameron is saying, like, I don't know if I'm going to do another movie. I was going to, but, you know. Indie Phantom, these Cameron films still beat expectations. I think it looks more ass than fire. Now he's talking about doing another Terminator, if you can imagine. I don't think we need that. Indie Phantom. Chinese avatars. Yeah, I don't think we need another Terminator at this point. It's done. I mean, I love Terminator 1 and 2, but Jesus, dude. You are way late to that party. I must go into the nursing home and find John Connor. Oh no, my programming. It has made me a senile old man. Indie Phantom, Cameron must be bored of this crap by now. I don't think he's bored of the giant piles of money they keep delivering to his house. That's what I think. I think he's, I made that video on creative indulgence. I think he is an example of creative indulgence with Avatar. He's just, that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to do it in the most ostentatious way possible. And, yeah. I don't think they will be remembered, the Avatar movies. I think they will be... I was pretty much forgot about the Avatar movie until they started to... I mean, they talked about the sequels pretty early on, but he kind of disappeared for a bit, and then suddenly it was, Avatar again. I feel like if they weren't so addicted to franchises, they wouldn't even have done a sequel. JEC, my theory is they used Avatar's production to funnel money into AI development, and they launder money through ticket sales. Why would they need to do that, though? It's not illegal to invest in AI. Like, why would they have to launder the money? To me, the only thing, there's only two things I could think they're laundering. Number one would be the obvious. It's criminal money, right? So it's like the Hollywood producers have some deal with the cartels and they're laundering millions of dollars for them. Like that, I mean, I don't think it's likely, but it would make sense from a laundering money standpoint. But the other thing I think they're probably doing is they're funneling it to Democrats for political reasons or to their pet projects like NGOs and whatnot. Like they're funneling that money, they're washing the money, maybe potentially for the CIA for various reasons, and then funneling it to programs, and then it just disappears into whatever deep state nonsense we're spending money on. But, AI development, to me, if anything, you'd want that to be public, right? You'd want to say, we invested in this and it's ours. I don't think they're that smart. The studio people seem like they were caught flat-footed on AI. Like, it was only after they realized, oh my God, they're going to be able to make movies soon, that they, like Disney cut a deal. I think Disney is arrogant enough to believe, we'll just buy these people off. We have so much money. When really they don't. Not the kind of money that the tech guys have. Indie Phantom, remember when Cameron made original films mostly or brilliant sequels? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Indie Phantom, creative overindulgence, all avatared all the time. JC, just an ego thing to make the appearance they're successful so Cameron feels good. Indie Phantom, Democrat money. Yeah, I think it's because it's illegal to give too much to a political party. And I don't think it's just, for campaigns. That, at this point, I mean, the Democrats practically own the TV broadcast and the tech guys too, but I think it's their pet projects, like replacing every voter in the United States with an immigrant that's going to be beholden to the Democrats, which is an insane idea on its surface. You know, let's say you're a guy like Tim Walz or Gavin Newsom, and you're going to bring in millions and millions of foreigners just because you're going to promise them money and then they're going to vote for you. Well, what happens when, A, you run out of money because there's no one left to tax to death to give these people money? You can lie, and that'll work once or twice, but eventually you'll break the system. Then what's the plan? Oh, well, I guess we'll just kill them all. I guess we'll just kill everybody. Like, there's no plan after that. If you subvert the native population, you're done. Because there's no way out, right? I mean, yeah, you gain power for in the short term. In the short term, they're voting for you, and you're empowered California forever, let's say. But once you stop, I mean, completely destroy California, and California is a wreck, man. Once you completely destroy it, you won't be able to just say, oh, my bad. Oh, you know what? Let the Republicans fix it. Like, you can't. After a certain point, you're done. These cities are done. Those, to me, are the perfect examples of the Democrat lefties taken to their logical extreme. These cities are done. They're going to destroy them, all of them. Now, I'm lucky enough, the closest city to me is Philadelphia. And Philadelphia is just like New York, except it's being disintegrated slowly. So, and Philly is smaller. They have a chance to pull out at a dive if it gets bad enough that they don't break the city, but that Republicans take over. They could potentially, like, Philly could be one of the cities they save. There's no saving New York. New York is completely done, unless, you know, maybe the state could save it. The only way I could see them saving New York is they would have to split the 5 boroughs into 5 cities. If they did that, I think that would go a long way into alleviating some of the problems. But I think these cities are done. Indie Phantom. People went to the ping pong movie. I guess a little bit. Indie Phantom. Tony, how many active cinemas in your area, and what are the screen options? IMAX, etc. IMAX is in Atlantic City, which is a bit of a drive. It's about a half hour for me. And I assume there's one in Philly somewhere, although I don't think I've ever been to one in Philly. Locally to me, we have 2 AMCs, and they are 16 screens each. Then there's the movie theater that I described before, which is also 16 screens. It was originally a Ritz movie theater, which is, the Ritz was a local chain with art house movies. And so the idea of the Ritz near me was they were going to have 16 screens. Some of it would be art house, and then the rest would be mainstream movies. And the idea was the mainstream movies would carry the theater. Unfortunately, it didn't work. It was a shame. They had high-end snacks. They had an espresso bar with high-end desserts, and they hung on for a while, and then they got bought out by Regal Cinemas, and then Regal couldn't keep them going either, although they kept the coffee bar going. I got to hand it to them. And then now I think, what is it? I think it's an AMC now. But it got bought by somebody, and now it's just a regular theater. The coffee bar is completely covered up, and the snacks are overpriced and not very good, in my view. And last time I went there, I spent $60 on food in the movie, and it was terrible. Then we have, let's see. So we have the 16, 16, and 16. And then in Philly, there's still the two art house movies, Ritz 1 and Ritz at the Bourse. And I think they're about, I want to say there's 6 or 8 screens each. And they have art house movies. And then there's mainstream there, but you never would go to a mainstream movie in Philly, ever. No, I wouldn't anyway. I wouldn't go for the art house movies now. But I used to go to a thing called Secret Cinema, which was run by a film archivist. And he had movies that nobody else had. So these were not movies you could even find on YouTube or anything. So he had out-of-print movies, and he'd project them. So his most popular thing were the racist Warner Brothers cartoons, unedited, and we'd go to see that. That was a spicy evening. And he'd show that at the Moore Art School, the Moore School of Design, which is in Philadelphia. We used to have 2 mall theaters that were 6 screens each, but I think they're both closed. And there's like a 12 screener that's a Regal Cinema, which is a bit of a drive, but you can go to it. But it's got same damn movies, so it's not worth it. Oh, and then we have a Cinemark, which is over near the Walmart, which I kind of like it, only because it's near a bunch of places to get food, and you could just smuggle it in because they're all checked out. But it's a bit of a wild night if you go there for any kind of popular movie, because that's the one theater that still attracts a lot of teenagers. So the place is a bit crazy sometimes, in my view. Indie Phantom, did you say there's still a drive-in theater? Yes, we have the Delsey Theater, and that is about 40 minutes for me, 40 or 50 minutes. It's I think it's near Vineland and Millville. It's the last drive-in movie theater in New Jersey. And then there's one in PA that's kind of drivable, but I wouldn't go there. Indie Phantom, those are some options. Right. It's just not worth it. I mean, and the drive-in one, it's run by hipsters, and they're very well-meaning, but they had this system where, I think I told you the story, you had to order everything on the phone, including the tickets. And so you had to be super phone savvy to get it. And then you get in there, and the idea was you could order your food on the phone, and then you walked up and picked it up via a number. That did not help the line at all. In fact, I think it made it worse. But I think the hipsters don't understand the simple idea of, hi, I'd like a hamburger. Oh, you don't worry, sir. I got your hamburger here. Here you go. Thank you. Here's your money. Thank you. Like, that interaction is kind of worth something for the experience, rather than, what's your number? Oh, well, I have this. Because they just were not good. I mean, it would be different if they had, guys in 50s drive-in outfit, theater gear and handing you food, and it was efficient, but it wasn't efficient at all. Indie Phantom, yeah, teens suck at movies. And I didn't enjoy the experience. Well, we saw Superman, and then there was another movie, but we didn't even stay for that. I forget what the other movie was now. Anyhow, Zootopia jumps from number 5 to number 2. I don't know how that happened. In its 5th week, goes up to 20 million, is actually in fewer theaters, which goes to show you who exactly is going to see movies. Again, it's the last thing to take your kids to. At this time of year, anyway. Indie Phantom, New Jersey hipsters. Oh, we got a lot of them. That is quite a jump for Zootopia. Now, for Marty Supreme, this jump is no big deal, because last week it was only in 6 theaters. So this is, again, they're avoiding the second week drop off, but the second week will be next week now. Indie Phantom, Zootopia leapfrogs because families. Yeah. Yep. So 20 million. This thing is, yeah, it already broke. It's 1.4 billion. Marty Supreme, though, 17.5 million, clocking in at about 28 million now. I wonder how much this cost. 70 million? Okay. That is not going to make its money. I don't think this is going to make its money. At 70 million? Next week, maybe you do 8. It's pretty much done. Yeah, that movie's a loss. But they see it as a win, I think, because they're going to push it for an Oscar. Dropping from 3 to 4 is The Housemaid from Lionsgate. It only dropped 19%, and they put it in a handful of more movie theaters for some insane reason. 46 million. This one also shouldn't have cost a lot of money. It doesn't say. But Sydney Sweeney's in it. So if you'd like to see some sweater puppies, there you go. It's her and Amanda Seyfried, who suddenly is super woke. I don't know why. Premiering at number 5 is Anaconda. My anaconda don't want none unless you got hot buns, hun. Indie Phantom. Yeah, it's a lost leader. Sorry, Hollywoke. Yeah, Anaconda. I mean, kudos for them making a comedy, but why? Why would you put Thandie Newton in it? Why? It's like a worst pick ever. Indie Phantom. Paul Feige is such a damn wiener, too. Yep. 43 million. Let's look at Anaconda. Is he directing it? No. Tom Gormican. Who the hell is Tom Gormican? I never heard of this guy. Co-wrote it. What has he directed? Beverly Hills Cop. Axel F. did the screenplay. Previously directed The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I saw that movie. It was all right. Indie Phantom. I will stick with original Anaconda. And that awkward moment. I just don't get why he cast Thandie Newton, though. Feige directs Sweeney movie. Oh, yeah. All right. I mean, this one, he's got Jack Black, Paul Rudd, and Steve Zahn. That's a great lineup. But then you put Thandie Newton in. No. Sorry. She's an albatross on this thing, in my opinion. I bet she doesn't have one funny line in it. But Ione Skye is in it. I was a big fan back in the 80s. She was a hot piece back in the 80s. Ione Skye, oh yeah. Ice Cube makes at least a cameo. I bet he gets eaten again. Didn't he get eaten in the other one? Or does he survive? I might watch this one on what's the name? On streaming. But I wouldn't watch it. Yeah, I'm getting lots of buzzes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Eagles are in trouble. Feige directs a Sweeney movie. Ione Skye from River's Edge, says Indie Phantom. Yes. She is, she was a cutie. And she was in one of the John Cusack movies. Number 6 is David, dropping from 2. These religious movies do pretty good now, but I don't think they have any legs. It's like, I feel like all the religious people feel obligated to go see it. So they come out because they don't really want to see anything much else. You know, because I don't blame them. They want to see wholesome stuff. That's fine. But their options are kind of limited. So they go, they see David, and they're out. But they kind of get it out of the way, I think, pretty quickly. Number 7 is SpongeBob movie, Search for SquarePants, 11.2 million. They're both in their second week, and they got legs, according to the numbers. David only dropped by 42%, and SpongeBob only dropped by 28%. So SpongeBob got legs all day. Indie Phantom, oh yeah, Say Anything, where the dad went to prison for some reason. Who was the dad in Say Anything? Let's see. John Mahoney? Is that the dad? Indie Phantom, legs is the holidays. I guess it was John Mahoney was the dad. Yeah, just the character. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be a Jeffrey Jones situation for a second there. Look up what he did. So SpongeBob's got legs. All these movies got legs. It's crazy. But I don't know if that's a real, real indication. I guess we got to look next week for that. Number 8, and I'm surprised this is so far down on the list, but these other movies are doing very well. Song Sung Blue, 7.6 million. Now this is Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson, and this is a really weird biopic. It's not Neil Diamond. It's a couple that decided they would do covers of Neil Diamond, and that was their dream, and it follows their true story. And I guess if you love Neil Diamond, and I assume Hugh Jackman just desperately wants to sing and be very theatery in a movie and not be Wolverine, so he's into it. But I thought I would have picked this movie to do well, but maybe the Neil Diamond fans are too old now and they just don't go to the movies, and a lot of them are gone. Indie Phantom, yeah, Mahoney. It's still a weird character arc in the movie, I thought. Boy, I don't remember it. I just remember Cusack holding the radio and thinking to myself, oh man, Ione Sky's hot. Indie Phantom, oh yeah, that Jackman movie I didn't even realize was out. Yeah, I would have thought this would have dragged in a lot of middle-aged people, but when I think middle-aged now, who am I even thinking of? I mean, I don't want to see this movie. And actually, there are people kind of younger than me, so I think it may have been too late for that movie. I think that movie would have killed like 15 years ago. The Eagles are kicking, and 5 seconds left. They will probably win, damn it. Oh, no, I think she means the other team is kicking, and they're going to beat the Eagles. Oh. Oh, no. The Bills might win. Wait a minute, but I thought it's 13-6. I don't know. I think the Eagles are losing. Indie Phantom, Sweet Caroline Bees. Yeah, I mean, back in the 80s, they were singing that song. That's when Top Gun was out, and they sung it then. You made that movie in the 90s. It would have absolutely killed. Number 9 is Wicked for Good, dropping from 7, 5.2 million. And they put it in fewer theaters. Doing pretty steady. Number 10 is Five Nights at Freddy's, dropping at 6. Oh, looks like the Eagles won. They missed a kick. 4.4 million. I think they're going to do a third Five Nights at Freddy's. They probably should. Indie Phantom, would holding a boombox outside a chick's window be considered stalking now, or would the hipster chicks love it? I don't know. I kind of think it wouldn't be it wouldn't be a boombox. It would be an electronic device that would be a lot smaller, like a phone or one of those wireless speakers. It'd be funny to do a remake of a movie that was from the 80s that was kind of dependent on technology, but just update the technology and nothing else to see how it would play. Indie Phantom. It's also a big song sung in the bar Beautiful Girls, which I sort of enjoy. I don't remember that movie. Number 11, Hamnet. Oh, Eagles won. It'll be a happy night for Tony's girlfriend. And now she's probably tuning in to the live stream. Hamnet 700K. I believe this movie was completely cooked. Yeah, it made $10 million. Oh, they're going to drag this to the Oscars. Give us an Oscar, damn it. This made no money. Give us something. Give us something for our effort. That's going to win an Oscar. I don't know, costuming. I'll guess costuming on that. 13-12s. The Eagles pulled it off. Number 12 is No Other Choice. Premiering in 13 theaters for $312,000. I have no idea what this movie is. When a man is abruptly laid off by the paper company. Oh, wait, I do know this movie. Where he's worked tirelessly for many years, he grows increasingly desperate in his hunt. Okay, so what he does is he gets fired and he needs a new job. So he basically kills off the other applicants of a job. That's the deal. So he's hanging in for this job and he's against these other applicants, and then one by one he's just killing them off. So that's not a bad pitch. I might say that. I think it's a South Korean flick. But it's only in 13 theaters here. Probably hit streaming in a few months. After that's Eternity. No bueno, no thank you. $244K, 5 weeks of that. The Secret Agent is going to get a bunch of Oscar noms. Dropping from 15 to looks like 16. 221K. Is this thing on? This movie is in its second week. They put it in more theaters, but they went from 6 theaters to 33. I guess this is going to just go drop on Netflix and disappear, and maybe Bradley Cooper was looking for an Oscar. The bottom line is Bradley Cooper, I don't think, is a good director. I don't think he's a good director. It's like, and his movies aren't incomprehensible or anything, but I think they're too ambitious for his skill set. I think he should have started with something much more simple. I think he's trying to produce, with that biopic he did, it's like, we don't want to see you learn film while you're charging us for the film. Go make some practice films if you want to do it. Indie Phantom, Secret Agent, missed whatever the hell that is. It's like a Brazilian secret agent movie. Netflix Purgatory, Bradley Cooper, not a fan. I like him in, what do I like him in? The Hangover. I love him in that. I wish he had played that character again in the sequels. And what else? I like him in Limitless. I liked him in the Silver Linings Playbook. So when he gets a good screenplay, I think he's good. But I don't want to see that Lady Gaga thing, whatever the hell that was. I don't want to see that. And, I'm a big stand-up comic fan, but I don't want to see another remake of Punchline with Will Arnett, only now he's not funny. Indie Phantom, American Sniper was okay. Ionisys is here. Bradley Cooper was great in Nightmare Alley. I kind of wanted to see that, but it got so brutally panned, I just said, maybe not. Was that good? Did you like that? Indie Phantom, he was good as the ass in Nip Tuck. He was just playing the ass. We need a stunt ass. Yeah, it's nip tuck. It's a scene where you get your ass tucked in, and we need a really hot ass for that. Are you up for this, Bradley? Sure thing. Indie Phantom. Yeah, Hangovers were decent. I like the first one. I love the first one. I hate the other ones. Indie Phantom. I skipped Nightmare Alley. Ionicus. Nightmare Alley was fantastic. Predator Badlands. In its 8th week, 105K. Adios. Indie Phantom makes a face. Number, looks like 20-something, Ella McKay. In its 3rd week, dropping 79% out of theaters. This movie is fried. It's cooked. James L. Brooks. Why? How do you go from working on The Simpsons to making Ella McKay? Girl bossy nonsense. Ugh. I assume he was looking for an Oscar. I don't even think the Oscar guys would give him anything for that. JC, the original Nightmare Alley is a great old movie from the 40s. Oh. Are you talking about... You're talking about the remake, though, Ionicus. He was in the remake. You're not talking about the original one, right? Sentimental Value. Another Oscar baity movie. Going out of theaters. 77 grand. The Testament of Ann Lee. Another Amanda Seyfried movie. I believe. Premiering in 4 theaters. 71,000. Looks like some more Oscar bait. Another one is called Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. I think it's supposed to be a comedy. 48K. Another premiere. Indie Phantom. Ella McKay. I heard they allowed him to do it for a Simpsons sequel. Another YouTube channel mentioned it. Huh. Not sure that's true. Well, I don't know why he wouldn't want to make a Simpsons sequel. It's still popular. Here's Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. 3 stories concerning the relationships between adult children, their somewhat distant parents, and each other. That doesn't sound good. Does not sound... Oh, it's Jim Jarmusch? Now it sounds even less good. The Plague. In 2 theaters, 21,000. This is an IFC movie. It looks to be more Oscar bait. About a kid in school who gets ostracized by his peers. I'll read the write-up if I get to it. In the summer of 2003, at an all-boys school... What happened? At an all-boys water polo camp, a socially anxious 12-year-old is pulled into a cruel tradition targeting an outcast with an illness they call the plague. But as the lines between the game and reality blur, he fears the joke might be hiding something real. Yeah, I watched that trailer and I didn't really get it. I think it was about adolescence. It might have been about something else, but I don't know. And if you're not going to tell me in the trailer, I can't bring myself to care enough to figure it out. Bringing up the rear is It Was Just an Accident, which I still want to see in its 11th week, but it's only in 15 theaters. Hoping it will stream on something I have access to. 13K. And Mistress Dispeller, $1,147 for a grand total box office of $174,727,477. Most of that going to the top 6 movies or so. All right. 2025 has been a year. So let's take a look back on that year and see what movies we remember or care about. First, we'll start with the IMDb. Ionicus. I really want to see a John Waters movie again. Too bad he can't get his projects financed anymore. I'm surprised he can't. And it's not like he doesn't have enough money that he couldn't shoot one. I mean, John Waters is used to shooting stuff for next to no money. But the thing is, if you're John Waters, how do you be even more outrageous than you've already been? Right? So you think back to his old classic movies, they're like, he had that drag queen eating poop and doing all sorts of crazy things that made him a cult classic. What's he going to do now? I mean, you can pull out a drag queen? That's pretty boring these days. Indie Phantom. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Yes. I don't even know what John Waters could do now. He's already done stories about his, growing up in Baltimore. He feels kind of tapped out to me. Like if John Waters did a zombie movie or something, that would be kind of fun. Indie Phantom. John Waters' last movie was pretty bad. Think it's just not marketable now. Yeah, there's just nowhere he could go to be outrageous enough. And JC says John Waters is too old. These old directors come back and S the bed. Look at Rob Reiner, and we all saw what happened to him. Well, I don't think that had anything to do with the quality of his movies. I think those things are two separate issues. Indie Phantom. Waters is definitely too old, JEC. Yeah, I think the age plays a huge role in what he can be outrageous about. So, or he is genuinely pitching subversive projects again, and nobody will fund them. I mean, it is possible, but what would be a subversive project? Like, how about a movie about a Trump supporter that saves the day? That would be kind of subversive. Like a movie about a guy who's at January 6th who, saves a bunch of people. I bet they wouldn't greenlight that. That would be subversive to them. Just because you throw in a drag queen or a gay character, that's not enough anymore. That was, back in the 80s, that was, oh, you got a gay character. Oh, my God. Well, people might not see it. Now it's like, well, you don't have a gay character? You need at least 7 gay characters to make a movie now. Indie Phantom. Waters should direct De Niro in something. De Niro the drag queen. There you go. Okay. Here's the scene, Robert. You're at the library reading to children. What am I reading? Stuff about butt plugs. Oh, okay. And then some person comes in and says they think that's inappropriate to children, and you show them, and then you fight the good fight. JEC. I think his son saw Spinal Tap 2. Oh, come on. That's not nice. JC, that's not nice. I know Spinal Tap 2 was not good. That didn't look good. Ionicus, the film adaptation of John Waters' novel, Liarmouth, a feel-bad romance starring Aubrey Plaza, has essentially been canceled. I could see Aubrey Plaza in a movie he would direct, and I could see her being naked. That's a shame. Indie Phantom. Maybe if Waters went fully straight. Yeah, he could do the Milo Stananopoulos story. But all right, let's get into a list. First up, the best movies of 2025. All right, this is, we'll sort this by IMDb rating. All right. And I should have started at the bottom. Let's start at the bottom. Okay, Another Simple Favor. Now, that's, what's her face? Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick? And that's a sequel? No. Highest to Lowest. This movie got panned. Captain America Brave New World? Why is this on the list? Oh, right. It's only 2025. Well, maybe by that metric, Waltzing with Brando. I almost watched this last night. It only got a 5.9, huh? The Surfer, Nick Cage. That doesn't look too bad. The Toxic Avenger. Oh, come on. If anything should have been left off the list. The Alto Knights. I mean, ironically, this looks like the most hilarious movie ever made. This is where Robert De Niro plays two roles, and they're both gangsters, and they're both kind of the same. I'm a gangster. Yeah, I'm a gangster too. I'm a mean gangster. I'm a mean gangster too. Let's be friends. Okay. Unreal. Unreal. His publicist ought to be banned from show business. Why would you make him take that role? I mean, it was hilarious on the surface. There's no way that movie's serious. Robert De Niro sitting across from Robert De Niro. The Monkey. I heard mixed reviews on that. Death of a Unicorn. I heard that was pretty unwatchable. Drop. I saw the trailer for that. It looked okay. So like a woman goes out on a Tinder date, and the dude somehow goes to her house where the babysitter is with her son, and basically holds him hostage to force her to kill her date. Ionicus, The Surfer with Nicolas Cage was hilarious. I am not opposed to seeing that movie. I still kind of have it on my list. Indie Phantom, I want to see the Waltzing with Brando flick. I want to see it strictly to watch Billy Zane do Brando for 90 minutes. JC, list of movies I've already forgotten. Indie Phantom, I'm going to see The Monkey. Oh, let us know how it is. Happy Gilmore 2. I heard this was very disappointing. It didn't look great. Black Phone 2. Didn't see Black Phone 1. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It sort of segued from a serial killer movie to a more supernatural serial killer movie. But other than that, it's like, how many times you got to kill people in a movie? Neighborhood Watch. I don't remember that one. Freakier Friday. Oh, dear God. No. Karate Kid Legends. I remember this getting panned. Materialist. Nobody 2. I remember that getting panned. I mean, a lot of really poorly reviewed movies on this list. Bring Them Down. Don't remember that. In Whose Name? Don't remember that. The Smashing Machine. This might be watchable. Maybe a little bit. I don't know anybody who saw it. The Naked Gun I saw. It wasn't the worst thing I ever saw. I've seen worse, but that's not a very strong endorsement. The Mastermind. That looked kind of cool. Might see that if I stumble across it. Is this best or worst? It's supposed to be best. I have a separate list for the IMDb for worst, which I'm going to do next. Then there's The Running Man. Not sure that should be on the list either. That got panned terribly. But keep in mind, it's only 2025, so slim pickings. JC, my brother said he loved The Naked Gun. It has the greatest bit in it is in the trailer, and it is very funny. But after that, it's kind of okay. There's a few fun things. I wish it was better. One of them days. I kind of want to see this movie. It doesn't look bad. It's basically a female version of Friday. Sovereign. That's that Nick Offerman movie. That looks terrible. Novocaine. That looks good. I didn't see it, but I did kind of want to see it. Indie Phantom. Running Man was nearly unwatchable. Oh, speaking of unwatchable, Splitsville. There were like 3 or 4 movies this year that were about polyamory, and that was one of them. Ionicus. 3 hilarious scenes in The Naked Gun. The rest was automatic pilot. Yeah, that's not a bad assessment of that movie. The Amateur. That looked like a good premise, at least. It's like Rami Malek as a guy who worked for the CIA, but he worked in like the computer division. Indie Phantom, Novocaine, still want to see. Yeah, me too. I kind of want to see that movie. The Amateur, so Rami Malek works in the computer division of like the CIA, and his wife is either killed or kidnapped, and he wants to get revenge, and they tell him no, but he uses his resources anyway to go after the guys who hurt his wife, and one by one he kills them in clever ways because he can't shoot them, so he uses his awesome brain to kill them. And Lawrence Fishburne is like one of the agents who helps him. It didn't look bad, but it kind of went nowhere. She Rides Shotgun, crime drama, didn't look great. Good Fortune, they kind of pushed that hard. I don't know. I wanted it to be good. I wanted it to do well for Aziz Ansari, who directed it. Wanted to see the guy's career come back because he is funny. I would say it if it was free. The Accountant 2, adding the Punisher in it. I still haven't seen the first one. I hear it's decent. I don't know about the second one. Eddington, ugh, come on. Really? No, thank you. The Phoenician Scheme, I did see. It's not great. It is. It's tough to watch. 28 years later, ugh, come on. I would put that on one of my worst lists. That is a terrible movie. That is GD awful. Jay Kelly, I didn't say it. I don't know. It's just more Oscar bait. Adam Sandler continuing his move to serious acting. Friendship, I couldn't get through it. I wanted to like this movie. It's Paul Rudd and that Craig Robinson guy. He ruins the movie for me. About 20 minutes in, he absolutely ruins it. And I'm like, how the F did you get to a level? How did this guy get to be a comedian? He broke the fundamental rule of a movie. He made me hate his character. Like, I hate his character. I hated it so much, I just shut the movie off. Together, it looked interesting. My girlfriend keeps watching Together, and she says she gets like partway into it and then has to stop the movie because it just grosses her out. It's about a couple who inherit this house or buy this house, and there's some magical, I don't know, fountain or something that bonds them together in a weird way. They keep merging, and they have to cut each other apart, and I don't know. So all this weird stuff happens. Indie Phantom, there is a sequel to 28 Years Later on the horizon for some reason. Yeah, it's the Bone Temple. You couldn't pay me to watch that effing movie. Alex Ogle is here. Happy New Year, bigots. Looking forward to more of Sydney Sweeney's ample frontage in 2026. Indie Phantom says, Happy New Year, Alex. Mickey 17, come on. This movie got absolutely blasted when it hit. It literally got blown out by its second week. Why is it even on the list? Black Bag, another movie that didn't do well. The Roses came and went. I mean, what is this list? The Long Walk, again, same thing. Ballerina, pretty much came and went. Although I think it did a little better than those others I just mentioned. Being Eddie. Half Eddie, half. About Eddie Murphy. Oops. I wouldn't mind seeing Being Eddie. I'm a big fan of Eddie Murphy. I almost met him. I was in the secretary's office, in Eddie's office in Paramount, and I could hear him laughing in the other room, and they were going to let me pitch, but then they figured out I wasn't the guy who was supposed to pitch scripts to them, and they said I had to leave. Indie Phantom, Mickey 17 nearly ended the damn studio. I know, like, why even put it on the list? JEC, Black Bag is the Spy That Cucked Me movie? I think so. Indie Phantom, disappointing doc on Eddie, to be honest. Oh, really? I didn't say it. Magazine Dreams? I don't know. That's what's his face, Jonathan Majors. I didn't really want to see it. Companion, which did not look good. It was like some kind of weird robot sex doll who gets tortured by her owner. I didn't quite get it. Didn't make any sense. Blue Moon, Ethan Hawke. Caught stealing looked good. I still wouldn't mind seeing it, but I don't hear good things. What? How is this? I don't know. IMDb has the weirdest rankings. The Fantastic Four First Steps. You mean you put it way up here over all those other movies? That should be near the bottom. The Colors Within. Don't know that. Roof Man. That looked harmless. Thunderbolts. I mean, out of all the terrible superhero movies came out, I guess that was the best one. JC, my top movies for 2025 is number 1, Complete Unknown, number 2, Deathstalker, and that is every movie I watched in 2025. Indie Phantom Companion is a sex bot, but think she does the torture malfunctions. Oh. Eternity, that doesn't look good. Superman, it's all right, I guess. I mean, Warfare. Didn't really see that. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Didn't get great reviews either. Indie Phantom. Man, this list is brutal. Predator Badlands. How is that all the way up here? The Ballad of Wallace Island. That looked boring. Twinless. I mean, maybe interesting in an art house way. Nuremberg. Kind of like a movie they make every year. Wake Up Dead Man. Friggin' Ryan Johnson shouldn't be on this list. Sean Combs' The Reckoning. I've heard some people tell me they like the Sean Combs Diddy documentary, but whatever. Song Blue. It's not doing very well. I'm now that I could imagine on this list. Sinners. That was pretty good. That might be my pick for the best movie. I mean, even though there's one scene I absolutely hate, but it's not bad. I kind of like it. Weapons. I mean, I understand why it's on the list. It's not a movie I would recommend. It's got some cool scenes in it, and the concept is kind of cool, but man, the execution is just brutal. Begonia. I doubt this is even watchable. I doubt this. It shouldn't be this high up on the list either. Frankenstein. I heard it was good looking but unnecessary. Avatar: Fire and Ash or Ass. Indie Phantom. Weapons I like but overrated. I could see that. Alex Ogle. Movie pitch: Battleship, the new USS Defiant of the Trump class, battles Chinese aggression in the South China Sea and earns its designation as BBG when the successful crew are treated to an under siege celebration with the big busty Sydney Sweeney erupting from a celebration cake. I like it. Indie Phantom. There should be no Oscars this year. Yes, cancel the Oscars. AKA Charlie Sheen. Didn't see it. Zootopia. Okay, I can understand that being on the list. F1, the movie. I heard good things about that. JEC. I heard it's like all of Del Toro's movie, the chick wants to F the monster. Okie doke. How to Train Your Dragon. I object to this even being on the list because it's just a remake, but whatever. Rental Family. I heard good things. One Battle After Another. Just stop trying to make it a thing. I mean, I probably would have hated this movie even if it was halfway decent, but it's over 2.5 hours. Come on. Ionisys. F1 is total crap. My God. Really? You're the first person that I heard say that. John Candy, I Like Me. Now, I heard great things about this documentary. I can't tell if it's the documentary or they just like John Candy and want to give him one last send-off, but Hamnet is, are we at the top? Yeah, we're at the top now. Hamnet is number 2. Marty Supreme, number 1. Maybe. I guess. So that was the IMDb's best movies of 2025. Are you ready for the worst movies of 2025? I don't know if you are. I don't know if you are, but we'll try it. Let me get it on a list here. All right. Get it on a list. These are the worst movies of 2025. There we go. Alex Ogle, given the much smaller audience for the Oscars because people will have to choose to tune in rather than having it piped into their homes, I think we can conclude the Oscars won't last long. Well, they're not going to YouTube until 2029. I think it's the sort of thing where they're like testing the waters to see if anybody cares. Possibly. Or possibly they're losing so much money they couldn't get rid, they're stuck in a bunch of contracts, and that's the quickest they could dump it on something. Ionis says, I liked One Battle After Another. First movie that is 3 hours long that felt like 2 hours. That's an achievement on itself. I'll take your word for it. The only movie like that I ever saw was Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet, and that was really good. I recommend that. Indie Phantom. Many of these movies were over 2.5 hours, like Mission Impossible. I passed out halfway. All right, here are the worst movies of 2025, according to IMDb. Snow White. Okay, I agree. I'm going to agree with a lot of these, I think. Alarm. I don't know that movie. Juliet and Romeo. Oh, that's like the gay Romeo and Juliet? Yeah, let's put that on the list. How bad are these movies? Indie Phantom. I often prefer worst list because of the non-PC stuff shows up. Star Trek Section 31. That's a TV show, but... Oh, no, wait. They turned it into a movie. Right. Yeah, I heard that's, like, unwatchable. Vinny Jr. No idea. Smurfs. Yep, heard that was terrible. Yep. Hurry Up Tomorrow. Yep, heard that's awful. Oh, it's on here. It's so awful it's on here twice. Look at that. Bride Hard. Oh, yeah, that's that Rebel Wilson movie. She's like the bridesmaid and has to save the day, and she's a secret agent. It's kind of like she's lost some of the weight, but hasn't quite lost it all. But they, she's jumping all over the place, kicking stuntmen across the room, shooting machine guns. Indie Phantom. Okay, Snow White just looks unbelievably unbearable. Alex Ogle, the Oscars should use the old Doctor Who trick of putting the show on just before the major sporting event so they can count viewers who accidentally left their TV on too long. That's a good idea. JEC, turns out the number 1 best movie on my list came out last year. Uh-oh. Indie Phantom, damn, the Razzies have a lot to pick from. They sure do. Bride Hard. Oh, so bad it's on this list twice. Tyler Perry's Duplicity. He just got Me Too'd by a guy. Y2K. That actually looked good. In the trailer, anyway. I mean, it's Rachel Zegler in a role that looked like it fit her. She's like some teenage eye candy. And some guy has to save her at Y2K. Kind of pregnant. No idea. Holland. Vaguely remember that. The Woman in the Yard. Oh, yeah, that was touted as some big... Oh, this is going to be the horror movie of the year. That did not look good. Bird Eater. Don't know that. JEC. Guys like the Quartering made videos about Snow White for literally like 3 years while it was in production. And I completely forgot about it until you mentioned it. Love Me. Don't know that. G20. Oh, that was... This thing's got to be so bad, it's hilarious. So let me stop on this and remind you about G20. So it's, first off, Homelander's the villain. But it's Viola Davis as the President of the United States. But the conceit is she's at the G20 meeting and a terrorist attack. And she has to save everybody because she's a soldier. or she's an ex-soldier. That's why she became president. And the guy from Blackish, there he is, Anthony Anderson, plays the first husband. So he doesn't do any of the action. Like Viola Davis does it all while he like protects the kids. So it's like every woke trope you could possibly think of jammed into a movie. And they made this, and it dropped right after the election, I think, right? Because the idea, I think, and I said this at the time, was Kamala Harris was going to be president, and this was going to be like almost like an homage to Kamala Harris, like being president or something and being an action hero. Holy cow. Indie Phantom, Y2K had moments. Tyler Durst cameo is good. G20 woke ludicrousness. So this movie looks hilarious just from a pure unintentional spotlight on it. Indie Phantom, so awful, like an Asylum parody. Yeah. The Old Guard 2, that was that Charlize Theron thing. I don't know why they bothered to even make a sequel. Alex Ogle, Rachel Zegler has the same basic issue that Anna Taylor-Joy has, being eminently suitable as a rangefinder on a battleship. I know what you did last summer. Yeah, I mean, I did okay. Not sure why it's on this list. I mean, it's this kind of the same thing over and over. Kamala Harris was also the president in the terrible new Mission Impossible. Was she? No way. Are you serious? Or was that Viola Davis pretending to be Kamala Harris? Flight Risk. I saw Flight Risk. It was okay. That was directed by Mel Gibson. That should not be on this list. Although Mark Wahlberg kind of eats the scenery, so I could kind of understand it. It's Michelle Dockery has to transport a prisoner played by Topher Grace. And then Mark Wahlberg's the pilot who turns out to be a mafia assassin. And then it's they're cooped up in the plane for the whole movie. It wasn't that bad. I thought it was okay. Hell of a Summer. Don't remember that. Another Simple Favor. That was on the best list. What do you do in IMDb? The Damned. Time Stalker. I don't know. I love time travel movies. Wolfman. Oh yeah, that didn't look good. Captain America Brave New World. That was on the other list too. Make up your friggin' mind. A Minecraft movie. That was good. I'm just going to say it. I like the Minecraft movie. I'm not a Minecraft player, although I love video games. I thought it was fun. Very watchable. The Damned, so bad it was on the list twice. Indie Phantom, Flight Risk. I started watching but couldn't commit to it for some reason. Opus. I sort of vaguely remember watching the trailer. It didn't look good. Fountain of Youth. Didn't look great. A Working Man. I kind of wanted that to be good because Chuck Dixon wrote it. He wrote a novel series based on it. What do you want, Joan? You have to get down? Here you go. Oh, he's stinking up the place. Indie Phantom. A Wolfman looked so bad. Yeah, it didn't get great reviews. JEC, Minecraft looked like a fun movie for children. It was fun. I don't play Minecraft, and I didn't get really the references, but Jack Black was he was right at the sweet spot where he almost was annoying, but he just pulled it back just enough. And he doesn't overwhelm the movie. It's very well balanced. Indie Phantom, co-written by Stallone. Which one? He co-wrote the Minecraft movie? No, it has to be The Fountain of Youth, I'm guessing. Nope. Chicken Jockey. He did not co-write the Minecraft movie, did he? That would be crazy if he did. Nope. The Damned? Alex Ogle. Tessa Thompson seemed to have the emotional range to play President Kamala Harris, basically soulless, but can affect a laugh and unconvincing accents On Demand. Stallone co-wrote A Working Man, Tony. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why this movie didn't do better. I mean, it's standard Jason Statham stuff. Yeah, there he is, Sylvester Stallone and Chuck Dixon. I don't know why they need to bring in Sylvester Stallone to write this movie. He would have been good to direct it. And David Ayer, not a bad director. I'm going to say that this is probably unfairly smearing. I'm going to go watch that at some point, maybe. Although I just watched... What did I watch? I watched a Jason Statham movie. They kind of all blend. Chasing the Wind, don't know that. Back in Action. Jamie Foxx and... Oh, that's Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz as a couple, and they're CIA agents. The Alto Knights, make up your mind. It was on the best list. Death of a Unicorn, same thing. The Electric State. This movie got so panned. And I'm surprised the Russo brothers couldn't make it happen. Jurassic World Rebirth. Why did it make so much damn money if it's on this list? Heart Eyes, that looked terrible. Don't Die, The Man Who Wants to Live Forever. Don't care about that. Presence. Drop, also on the other list. Happy Gilmore 2, also on the other list. Den of Thieves, Pantera. Yeah, this was like a sequel to another Den of Thieves movie. Fight or Flight. Basically, I heard it was a low-rent version of Bullet Train, which didn't look great to begin with. Heads of State. This is another movie that's so bad, so ill-conceived, it might actually be kind of genius. Indie Phantom. Electric State was a costly era. Sure was. So this is John Cena as the President of the United States and Idris Elba as the Prime Minister of England. And they're on a plane together, and it crashes along with hot Indian chick Priyanka Chopra Jonas, and then together they have to fight the terrorist. And it's so stupid. I could maybe enjoy it in an ironic setting. The Last Showgirl, the girlfriend watched that. I believe she said it was terrible. Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy, that looks awful. Last Breath, don't remember that. I think it's that's one of those underwater survivor movies. Indie Phantom sounds awful. Unstoppable, don't remember that. Alex Ogle, I struggle to think of a movie that was any good this year. I got more enjoyment out of watching the releases of Project Morningstar on YouTube. That is turning into such a much better story. JC, every sentence of that description made me hate it more. The Life List, Nanas, that was Vince Vaughn in a movie about opening a restaurant with old Italian women, and Lorraine Bracco's in it, and Talia Shire. I mean, I'd probably moderately enjoy it just because there's food in it, but I don't know. I don't know if it should have been a movie. Vermigilio, don't know what that is. And We Live in Time is the worst movie of 2024, according to the IMDb. All right. Whew. Let's get into a shorter list. This is the Hidden Gems, best 20 movies you probably missed in 2025. So these are movies you probably missed, like little gems from the Hollywood Reporter. Indie Phantom. Most of these are just no. So these are the Hidden Gems. Afternoons of Solitude. No idea. Dragonfly. Andrea Riseborough and Brenda Blithyn dazzle in this bleak and shocking slice of British kitchen sink drama. That, I'm pretty much out. Drowning Dry. Lithuanian director Laurenis Baresis follows up his Venezuela Pilgrims with an even more haunting sophomore feature that cements his status as a major new voice in Baltic cinema. Sounds like an art house flick. I don't know. Ghost Trail. High-octane tropes of espionage genre for a strange, slow-burning thriller that trades in psychological complexity. Maybe. Holy Cow. I never heard of any of these movies. It Ends. A road trip among childhood friends turns into a long drive through hell. Kabul Between Prayers. So it's a Dutch-Afghan filmmaker. Whew. Lesbian Space Princess. Well, sign me up. Come on. This Aussie indie gem is a sapphic sci-fi animated adventure involving an introverted space princess who springs into action when her ex-girlfriend is kidnapped by extraterrestrial race of toxic incels. Oh my God. Straight white malians? Okay, who is this for exactly? I don't know. Ionisys, It Ends. I might see that one. My Father's Shadow. Looks like a drama. Oslo Trilogy. Room Temperature. Oh, John Waters names Zach Farley and Dennis Cooper's low-budget head-scratcher to his best of list for 2025. So there you go. That's the closest thing I think you're going to get to John Waters on the list. LeMay is here. I heard of that movie, LOL. Steve, this was with Cillian Murphy. It just looked, like a drama. The Ballad of Wallace Island. This looked boring as F. I saw the trailer. The Baltimoreans. Again, I almost watched this. It's a comedy of sorts. I might still watch it, but it doesn't look great. The Botanist. The Girl in the Snow. These art house movies all have similar names like that. I don't know what it is about that. The Last Viking. Somebody in the chat said this was amazing because the director is amazing. And it is Mads Mikkelsen. So I would see this one. It's a bloody but delightful black comedy from Danish director Anders Thomas Jensen. So I keep that on my list. LeMay, that lesbian space princess movie looked dated, old school Tumblr. Sure did. The Ugly Stepsister. Okay. Twinless. The premise sounded okay. Who by Fire. And that's it. So those are movies that are supposed to be hidden gems. I don't know. Indie Phantom. Should check out the John Waters list. Let's see. See if we can find it. John Waters best movies of 2025. Here it is on Vulture. If I can, let's see. I will try archiving it. See if it'll work. All right, we'll let that simmer. Oh, wait, there we go. Do we have the list? Yeah, here we go. Number 1, Eddington. Come on. That shows you where John's politics are. Number 2, Final Destination Bloodlines. That looked okay. I mean, for a Bloodlines movie, it looked slightly better. Oslo Trilogy. Surat. I heard good things, but I don't know. Sauna. Don't like the look of that. Room Temperature. That's the one we just mentioned. Misery Concordia. A perverse thriller where murder, closet incest, and the inappropriate attraction to one guilty man collide. Okay. When Fall is Coming. My Mom, Jane. Oh, this is Marissa Hargitay talking about her mom doing a documentary. The Empire. Well, that shot's kind of cool. I'm not a fan of science fiction, but when a brutalist spaceship lands in northern France, I think I saw the trailer for this. Interesting. Okay, there you go. John Waters, top 10 movies. All right, let's check out Variety's worst movies. Number 1 is Eden. I saw the trailer for this. Sydney Sweeney is in this one too. So this is Ron Howard directing about a group of people who go on an island to start like life anew, and then they sort of turn on each other. It's kind of like Lord of the Flies with couples. Five Nights at Freddy's 2? I don't know. There's a lot of big fans of this thing. I'm not a fan, but I mean, it didn't look great. It looked like the same as the first movie, but I didn't hear a lot of complaints. The Testament of Ann Lee, yeah, that don't look great. It looks like Oscar bait with Amanda Seyfried. Indie Phantom, oh yeah, Eden. Hurry Up Tomorrow, this looked bad. Who the hell's in it? What's her face? Wednesday girl. What the hell's her name? Jenna Ortega. Jenna Ortega's in it, along with The Weeknd. Not sure why anybody would want to see that. Anemone. This is Daniel Day-Lewis's son. He came out of retirement just to do his movie. I don't think it went over very well. He defended it a bit. And you can't, how could you blame him? But here is some more bad movies. The Life of Chuck. This looked depressing as F. They're just finding anything Stephen King wrote and adapting it into a movie. There's The Electric State again. The War of the Worlds. Oh, this movie. This is another one. This movie's so bad it might be worth watching. So it's Ice Cube as like, I think he works for the CIA. And the entire movie for him is from a computer terminal. So he never leaves the computer terminal for the whole movie. And like, so his kids are all out there and he's using his computer skills to like help them as things get blown up. Oh, this thing, I think this may be the worst movie of 2025. Storbang is here. I like the concept behind Cecil B. Demented. Ionisys, Anemone was exhausting. It looked exhausting. JEC, Weeknd trying to act exposed him for how corny or comer he really is. Indie Phantom, so many people reviewing the War of the Worlds movie. Yeah, it just looks so ridiculous. The Actor, I vaguely remember this movie. Presence, dishonorable mention, Snow White, and that's the bad ones from Variety. Here are the good ones from Variety. Best of 2025. Number 1, Dreams. Don't really know that one. 2, Soleil's Story. Don't know that one. One Battle After Another. Whatever. Again, I think, Variety and other publications are pushing it. Sound of Falling. Don't know that movie. 28 years later. Go F yourself. Just go F yourself, Variety. This should not be on the list. It should be on the other list. This movie sucks. Marty Supreme, maybe. It Was Just an Accident, maybe. It looks good. Train Dreams, I've heard good things. The President's Cake, well, that's the new one on me. Steve, I could see it being on the list. 10 More for Good Measure. Black Bag, no. Black News Terms and Conditions, no, I don't know what that is. Bring Them Down, Begonia, Hamnet, Jay Kelly, Nirvana the band, the show, the movie. I just saw the trailer for that. It might be fun. Nouvelle Vague, Sorry Baby, and Twinless. Owen Gleiberman's top 10. One Battle After Another. You guys are shameless. Marty Supreme, okay, maybe. Sentimental Value, maybe. Begonia, I don't think so. Wild Diamond. Don't know that one. JC, corny. Oh, okay. How corny he really is. Ionisys, what's your beef with One Battle After Another? I feel like it promotes communism in a positive way. It's also too long, and I don't like that every entertainment outlet is pushing it for Oscars hard. I don't think I like it. Wild Diamond, don't know that one. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. I mean, I didn't hear great things about it, but maybe for stunts, give it an award. Lurker, don't know that one. Weapons, I could kind of understand it being on the list. Black Bag, I don't get that. Nouvelle Vague, Vague. Let's just move on. Worst movies of 2025 by Metacritic. Number 15, Old Guy. Oh, this one didn't look too bad. I mean, it looked like a 90s movie. Basically, as an old hitman and a young, incompetent hitman. Regretting You. This was a number one movie for like 2 weeks in a row. Wouldn't see it though. Modi, 3 Days of the Wing of Madness. Don't know what that is. Smurfs movie, sure. Yeah, put that on the list. Juliet and Romeo, absolutely. Don't want to see that. Electric State, that's a staple. Hurry Up Tomorrow again, yep. The Strangers, Chapter 2. Put all the Strangers chapters on this list. Shadow Force. Vaguely remember looking at this trailer. Five Nights at Freddy's. Man, the critics hate Five Nights at Freddy's. Bride Hard, yep. Put that right on the top. Alarm. Oh, Sylvester Stallone is a bad guy. That's what this movie is. Yeah, I would put that as bad. Gunslingers. That looks like a scene from Unforgiven, but done in a low-budget way. Playdate. Oh, yeah, this looked bad. It's Alan Ritchson and Kevin James. Two dads who sort of become buddies and then have to escape from assassins or something. And War of the Worlds. Yep, that should probably be the worst movie. It's just bad all the way around. All right. Rotten Tomatoes. Best movies of 2025. All right, I'm just going to go down to like... Oh, that's too many. Let's go up. Let's do top 50. That's too many. All right, 50. Universal Language. Don't know that. Sisu, Road to Revenge. I still haven't seen this. That's probably going to be my pick after I say it. K-Puff Demon Hunters. Wouldn't see that. Predator Killer of Killers. This was a cartoon. Lurker. I was on the bad list. Train Dreams. Heard good things. One battle after another. There it is again. Urchin. Not sure. The Ugly Stepsister. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The Ballad of Wallace Island. Just don't like it just looks boring to me. Marty Supreme. Yeah, maybe. Sentimental Value. Another Oscar bait. Black Bag. Reifenstahl. That's, what's the name? The filmmaker for the bad guy in Germany. When Fall is Coming. Twinless. Sorry, Baby. This... Oh, no, I'm thinking of a different movie. Sinners. I'm surprised Sinners doesn't hit closer to the top on some of these best lists. I mean, it did well. Vietnam. Not sure about that. Lesbian Space Princess. If you say so. Maybe it's meant to be a parody of all this woke stuff? The Things You Kill. Little Trouble Girls. Holy Cow. Fairyland. Put Your Soul on Your Hand and Walk. Vulcanizadora. I remember that being on the list. Little Amelie or the Character of Rain. Happy End. It's Never Over, Jeff Buckley. That's a biopic. To A Land Unknown. Megadoc. Now we're in the top 20. From Ground Zero. Secret Mall Apartment. Familiar Touch. Marley Manton, Not Alone Anymore. That's a weird... You're telling me that's the 16th best movie ever in 2025? It's weird. Sister Midnight, Left-Handed Girl. It Was Just an Accident. Okay, I like that. Predators, plural. That's a different movie. Not the Predators we have been thinking about. Caught by the Tides. I don't know these movies. The Perfect Neighbor. No Other Choice. Keep in mind, I watch like, I don't know, half a dozen trailers a day, and I haven't heard of most of these movies. No Other Choice. Okay, that maybe is good. This is number 9. The Secret Agent, number 8. The Plague, number 7. Come See Me in the Good Light, number 6. Never heard of that one. Deaf President Now. What? recounts the 8 days of historic protest held at Gauntlet University in 1988 after the school board. What? Never heard of that. Solomaine's Story, number 4. Pillion, number 3. This is like a gay love story movie. So this is Rotten Tomatoes. Indie Phantom. Megadoc was decent on the making of Megalopolis, although it fails to address what a bomb it was. Ephus. I still haven't found a place to watch Megalopolis. Ephus. That looked maybe okay. And On Becoming a Guinea Fowl? What the hell are these movies? I am lost. All right, moving on. World of Real. Worst movies of 2025. War of the Worlds, number 1. Bride Hard, Hurry Up Tomorrow, The Electric State, Kinda Pregnant, Snow White, Captain America Brave New World, Wicked for Good. There you go. Lilo and Stitch, and a Minecraft movie. Well, you had me. You had me until the last one. I like that movie. So 9 out of 10. That's a pretty good list, though. That's a pretty good list. Let me see what he says about a Minecraft movie. What does it say about the state of moviegoing that the most successful movie of the year was also one of the worst? Minecraft felt cobbled together by an IP committee leaning heavily on the exposition and cliches to make it through its runtime. Directed Jared Hess and a cast led by Jack Black and Jason Momoa bring over-the-top enthusiasm that keeps things moving, but the plot often exists simply to explain the world rather than to build momentum or character depth. This is squarely pitched at 12-year-olds rather than genuinely inspired adaptation. And it worked on me. Shows you where my brain is. LeMay, you should watch the trailer for Lesbian Space Princess. I very well might. Ionisys, Sovereign with Nick Offerman is not mentioned at all, and I liked it very much. I did mention it at some point. Indie Phantom, at least they targeted Wicked for Good. Yes. Rolling Stone, 20 best movies of 2025. These are the best from Rolling Stone. They generally, they used to pick great movies. Now, I don't know. Okay, number 20. See, at least you list them correctly. You list them backwards to number 1. Thank you. Weapons is number 20. Okay, I could see that being on here. 19, Frankenstein. Okay. So far, so good. 18, Caught by the Tides. Chinese filmmaker Jai Zhang came up with the idea of using outtakes and scenes from his previous films. Sounds a bit pretentious, but the Phoenician Scheme. It's just not good, man. I don't know. Feels like a movie you picked to put on this list. On Becoming a Guinea Fowl. What the hell is this? Let's see. Follow up to 2017's I Am Not a Witch starts with a woman named Shula coming across a dead body in the road. The fact that she's dressed exactly like Missy Elliott from The Rain video, down to the silver helmet and puffy black jumpsuit, shows you that Naomi has a wicked sense of humor. The revelation that the corpse is Uncle Fred, a well-known pedo who chronically abused the village young women for years without consequences, demonstrate the movie is also not effing around. Okay. Orwell, 2 + 2 = 5. All right. Best Wishes to All. Japanese movie. Universal Language. Trust Canada's absurdist Matthew Rankin to give us a vintage Iranian kid-centric drama complete with subtitles Farsi dialogue. Okay. Eddington. Come on, man. Peter Huja's Day. This looked unbearably boring. I mean, I saw the trailer. It's based on an interview that they have the audio from. I don't understand who Peter Huja is. Sentimental value. Yeah, that's getting a lot of Oscar noise. There's Marty Supreme. Sorry Baby. That was on the bad list. Here's No Other Choice. It was just an accident. Okay. Nouvelle Vague. Indie Phantom. Rolling Stone Kinda Blows. Train Dreams, okay. Black Bag, a little high for that. Hamnet, number 2. And One Battle After Another. There you go. People seem to like it. Over at Screen Crush, worst movies of 2025. Here we go. Kinda Pregnant. Snow White. Him. Oh, I forgot about Him. There you go. Yeah, that movie looked terrible. It was a sports horror movie. I mean, credit for trying to do something different, but this is John Malkovich in Opus. Looked terrible. Love Hurts. Oh, that was a Short Round as an ex-spy who became a real estate agent or something. Did I pass one? Oh, here we go. Fountain of Youth. Look boring. There's The Electric State. Bride Hard, of course. Hurry Up Tomorrow. Star Trek Section 31. Oh, Popeye's Revenge. I remember this. Is that a real still? Or is that... that might be AI. I don't think that's from the movie. And War of the Worlds. Okay. Best 50 best movies of 2025 according to IndieWire. Critics Survey. All right. 50. Scarlet. That's a Japanese thing. April in quotes. Oh, they're all in quotes. Orwell. 2020. 2 plus 2 equals 5. Familiar Touch. Not sure. The Tale of Cillian. The Naked Gun. Okay. Peter Hujar's Day. Come See Me in the Good Light. Bring Her Back. This was a horror movie. Maybe. Solomon Story. Put Your Soul in Your Hand and Walk. Twinless. La Grazia. Black News Terms and Conditions. It's a weird name. Die, My Love. The girlfriend just saw this. She could barely get through it. Alex Ogle. I've just watched the trailer to Lesbian Space Princess. I don't get it. I don't know it either, but on Becoming Guinea Fowl. Springsteen, Deliver Me from Nowhere. Wait, was this the worst or the best? I guess it's the best. Yeah, it's the best. Pavements. The Phoenician Scheme. Life of Chuck. This looks so depressing. Wake Up Dead Man Now. The Shrouds. Eddington Again. Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. Caught by the Tides. Ephus. Misericordia. Resurrection. Weapons at 22. The Voice of Hin Rajab. Begonia. This is the best. Testament of Ann Lee. That was on the worst list. My Undesirable Friends. I kind of like that title. The Sound of Falling. The Mastermind. This looked okay. It takes place in the 70s. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I kind of like the title, but it looks bad. Frankenstein Again. No Other Choice Again. Nouvelle Vague. Blue Moon. This is on the right there. It's Ethan Hawke. And on the left is Margaret Qualley. It might be okay. Sorry Baby, number 10. Hamnet, number 9. Surratt, number 8. That's getting a lot of good buzz. Train Dreams, number 7. Getting good buzz. Marty Supreme. Secret Agent, number 5. Sentimental Value, number 4. Sinners, number 3. Finally getting near to the top. It Was Just an Accident, number 2. And number 1, One Battle After Another. God. You're going to make me see this movie and pick it to pieces. All right, next up, what do we got here? The best classic movies and TV to watch with your family this post-week Christmas. So this is from the guys at the Federalist who are very right-wing. So this is all wholesome stuff. Old movies. Irving Berlin's Holiday Inn. Christmas in Connecticut, 1945. The Bishop's Wife, 1947. Since You Went Away, 1944. The Shop Around the Corner, 1940. The Good Old Summertime, 1949. You've Got Mail, 1998. No thanks. Indie Phantom, Ephus looks good to me. We'll check it out as a bro flick. Don't see it, Tony. Glorious Technicolor, meet me in St. Louis. Not really interested in any of these movies. On Moonlight Bay, By the Light of the Silvery Moon, An Affair to Remember, 1957. Rear Window, I like. The Birds, I like. Rope, The Man Who Knew Too Much, Vertigo, and Psycho. Love them. North by Northwest, love it. Alex Ogle, Hamnet had better be about hamming code for better transmission through network protocols, or it's a waste of time. Yeah. Ionisys, I saw one battle after another, and I liked it very much. I know. Some people liked it. While You Were Sleeping, Sleepless in Seattle, nah. Family Man, 2000. Preacher's Wife. Golden Age TV. The Twilight Zone, worth watching. Love The Twilight Zone. Alfred Hitchcock Presents, also good. The Carol Burnett Show, classic. The Muppet Show, the classic one, sure. Yeah, there's some good suggestions. All right, the best movies and TV of 2025 picked by NPR critics. So this is NPR critics. So that was the right wing guys picking all the wholesome stuff. Here are all the left wing guys picking all the gay stuff, I assume. All right, let's see what they picked. Zodiac Killer Project. Don't know what that is. Dying for Sex. I heard about that. It looked terrible. About a woman dying of cancer and then decides to go have a bunch of sex. Ladies and gentlemen, 50 years of SNL music. No thank you. Ionisys, Twilight Zone, the best TV series ever made. I think I might have to agree with that statement. Fugitive is up there. Okay, Weapons, all right. Marty Supreme. Jay Kelly, I don't know. Maybe. Train Dreams, heard good things. Task. This actually looked pretty good. This is Mark Ruffalo's new TV show. He's doing a cop thing again. He was good in Zodiac, so he might be good in this. Architecton. Never really understood what that was about. The Secret Agent. Again, Pluribus. I've heard mixed things. One of my relatives likes the show, but I watched, they had a clip of the last scene of season 1, and I watched it. I thought it was really slow. Alex Ogle, 2025's best topping for pizza, pineapple. Why, you. The Residents, I don't know what that is. Alien Earth, I've heard nothing but horrible reviews on this. These are the first person to recommend it ever. One Battle After Another, of course. Black Flag again. Pee-wee as himself. Oh, did that drop this year? Maybe. No Other Choice again. Sentimental Value. Sorry Baby. Andor Season 2. Oh, wow. You think the communist Star Wars was popular at NPR? Superman. I wouldn't put it on a list of best, but it was watchable. The Pit, Sinners, I like that. Blue Moon, looks okay. Hedda, don't know that. Lurker, The Perfect Neighbor. Becoming a Guinea Fowl. Hamnet, Adolescence. No thank you. Big no thank you. Twinless, Mountainhead. That did not look good. That was it's like Steve Carell and a bunch of other actors doing tech giant guys, and looks super political. Indie Phantom, Pluribus will be slow for sure. Kind of worried about the channels hyping it. Iona says Pee-wee as himself was good. Okay. Long story short. Superman, says Indie Phantom. I couldn't get past the first 10 minutes. Come See Me in a Good Light. Peter Hujar's Day. The Lowdown. This is Ethan Hawke's TV show. It didn't look bad. Alex Ogle, 2025's edgiest stand-up routine and juggling act, Little Joan. Indie Phantom, Supergirl will be even worse. Yeah, probably. The Traitors, Season 3, I don't care. High Horse, The Black Cowboy, don't know that. Murderbot, mixed things from Murderbot. I heard from people who saw who read the books that the books are great and that the show kind of didn't sort of adapt it. Severance, you could shut your effing mouth about Severance, okay? I said it before and I'll say it again. Severance will not pay off. It is the lost of 2025. Indie Phantom, Ethan Hawke is everywhere apparently. Yeah. Wake Up Dead Man? No. Blue Lights Season 3? Never heard of it. A House of Dynamite? That sounds overrated already. The voice of Hind Rajab. The Studio. Hollywood loves to make fun of itself, but I just can't get past Seth Rogen anymore. I can't. I see him now and I just go, nope. Frankenstein. I could understand that one. Universal language, maybe. It was just an accident. All right. Got Deadline. Around the World in 18 book adaptations. The international bestsellers coming to film and TV. So maybe this will give us hope. The Pilgrimage. Paulo Coelho. Okay. Canada. The Last Night in Montreal. Flesh by David Salzley. France, Lucky Luke. Morrison Goes Skinny. Germany, Momo. Michael Endy. Greece, The Great Chimera. Iceland, Fury, Various. So these are books all over the world. No Place to Be Single, Italy. I kind of like that title. India, Revolutionaries, the other story of how India won its freedom. Sounds super political. Ireland, Grown Ups. Japan, Faking Beethoven, The Great Producer Lies. Mexico, Mal de Amores. Norway, Joe Nesbo's Detective Hole. Okay. Oh, that's his name. Harry Hole. Poland, Pionek. Saudi Arabia, Traveler's Hell. Spain, The House of the Spirits. Sweden, When the Cranes Fly South. Alrighty. Ionisys, what's your beef with Seth Rogen? He kind of really turned me off to his comedy by getting too political. And the topper was he got into a fight online with a Scottish comedian named Dankula, and he lost the fight. And he really should not have done that. It really turned me off to him and his behavior. So I just don't want to support him anymore. And now when I see him, I have to sort of like kind of put that, it's hard to put that aside and laugh at him now. Because I feel like he doesn't want me to laugh. He just wants my money. You know what I mean? He feels like now such a phony. Whereas before, I kind of imagined him as just, you know, another wacky comedian, celebrity who made it, and he smokes too much pot, and occasionally he says something stupid, but that was fine. Now I just see him as that guy lecturing people online and just being stupid. So I haven't gotten past it. I wish he would just go back to being funny. I think he's trying to, but I think if he came out and kind of acknowledged what a dumb move it was to say those things, he doesn't even have to apologize, but just say, you know what, I shouldn't have gotten political. I should have just stuck in my lane. All these comedians need to do that. Indie Phantom, apparently the new Stranger Things is not paying off either, getting waves of ridicule. Seth Rogen is a woke fool. I don't even know if he's woke. I think he just got caught up in it. But, man, he just kept doubling down. I just can't look at him the same now. I used to love him. I watched the end and I laughed through that whole movie. But now I see Seth Rogen and I go, nope. New Stranger Things, yeah, they say the climax, I think it's the next to last episode. I was watching a video by Victor von Doomcock, and he said apparently during the climactic scene in the next to final episode, one of the characters brings everybody together, and literally the world is ending outside, but like it's meant to be this important scene where he explains that he's gay, which is something everybody already knew, number one. And number two, like the world is ending. Who cares if you're gay? Like, man, I don't know what they were thinking, but apparently there are a lot of complaints because it's just, and that they've kind of marginalized some characters and elevated others based on their sexuality. Same old woke nonsense. The Duffer Brothers have turned it into Game of Thrones Part 2, apparently. Although I would say the show wasn't as good as the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones. But I did like the first season. So a lot of people are complaining about Stranger Things. Alex Ogle at Indie Phantom. That needs to be turned into your mom joke. Ethan Hawke is everywhere and apparently just like your mom. Indie Phantom. Toast you, Alex Ogle. Alex Ogle. Seth Rogen is symptomatic of actor, comedian, singer who has forgotten the ancient wisdom that actors are the same as prostitutes. Yeah, and it's like, I can take some of that noise, right? Like, if an actor or a director or comedian says some political thing that I disagree with, one time here or there, it's fine. But he went on for quite a while, and he positioned himself in such a way, especially with the Christmas fiasco of that claymation thing he did, where they completely trashed Christmas, and then he really doubled down during that term. And look, if you can't understand, like, I'm not saying he has to apologize for his comedy, right? He did a filthy Santa special claymation. I'm not saying he has to apologize for it, if he thought it was funny, but he had to understand that some people might be offended by that. Some religious people might be a little offended that you're making a nasty, vulgar Christmas special, and yeah, that it's not, and not for nothing, it didn't really strike home. Now, you might say that's because, Seth Rogen isn't a Christian and doesn't really get Christmas like people who celebrate Christmas do, maybe? That could be it. I don't know. I don't know if he even wrote it. But I think it was piss poor optics to double down again and again and say, F you, I made this Christmas thing. If you don't like it, you're a bunch of religious nutbags or whatever. Whatever he said, I don't even remember, but it was stupid. Like, and you can't lecture me at an awards ceremony, and I think it was, I want to say it was the Oscars, but it might have been something different. You can't lecture us, about woke crap, and I think he was part of the whole, wasn't he part of the mask brigade during the medical issues we had a few years back? I don't remember. But you're going to lecture us and then turn around and say, oh, it's just a joke, bro. Nah, you can't do that. So that's part of the problem. Like, you're either a comedian, you joke about everything. Like Dave Chappelle, I can forgive most of Dave Chappelle, although recently he's gotten a little too serious, but I can kind of forgive him because, number one, Dave Chappelle has mostly gone after everyone. And I could forgive South Park, even though some of the right-wingers have really come down on South Park. I can kind of forgive him. South Park has a long record of doing all sorts of crazy stuff, long before some of these guys were even born. So, that they didn't go after the Biden administration, I mean, yeah, okay, but I can kind of forgive them because they have delivered time and time again, and they're very funny. Seth Rogen kind of just wore out his welcome with me and continues to do so. And now he's doing the studio, and what the hell else did he? Oh, he did Good Fortune, and now it's like, oh, now I'm a comedian again. Love me. Yeah, no, I kind of just keep seeing you as that angry guy on X, and that's what's turning me off. Alex Ogle, Stranger Things is set in the 80s, and the character comes out as gay. Correct writing would be have the others cover their bums and not turn their backstand. No, the correct thing would have been, I mean, I was around in the 80s. Somebody said, oh, I'm coming out as gay. Like, the correct response would have been, who cares? The world is ending. What are you talking about? We don't care. No one cares right now. Um, there were gay people in the 80s. We didn't hunt them down. We were just like, oh, okay. Well, whatever, dude. They're so weird. I think it's because I talked about this on one of my videos. I was on a tear about critiquing creative indulgences, and I was talking about showrunners and how that was one of my other videos. How like the studio, I think, thinks Stranger Things is so important because it's such a hit, they can't leave it alone. So like the Duffer Brothers do that first season of Stranger Things, and it's great. I watched it. It's great. It's well balanced. No real woke stuff in it, really. It just takes place in the 80s, very nostalgic, and it's fun. But then it became a major, major hit, and I think they just started, the corporate guys started pushing different agendas in it, and they have no business doing that. They're only there to monitor the money. If the Duffer Brothers are spending too much money, then it's their job to come in and go, why are you spending all this money? Their job is not to come in and go, well, do you have enough gay people in the story? That is not their job. They should not do that. And I think they micromanaged it right into oblivion. And now everybody's going to hate it. It's going to end like Game of Thrones. And good luck selling your merchandise now, asshats. Good luck selling that merchandise. People are going to be throwing it away or selling it online to get rid of it. It's like, oh boy, that show ended poorly. What are you going to do now? Oh, we're going to do a spinoff of Stranger Things. Yeah, who's going to watch that? Who's going to watch these Game of Thrones spinoffs? Yeah, you had to dig yourself out of a hole with House of the Dragon. I hope that thing ends well. Because that thing doesn't end well. You are effed. You might as well cancel every other show you have and turn around about Game of Thrones. You already lost me, but I'm picky. Alex Ogle, more realistic would be, message retracted. Right in the middle of reading it, YouTube. What else we got? Oh, we're out of list. That was my last list. I should have remembered that. So, those are the best and worst movies of 2025. What was the best for me? What year did Sisu come out? The first Sisu movie. That was good. But I think that was last year. Let me see. No, it was 2022. But I saw it in 2025. It was amazing. Well, off the top of my head, the only one that comes to mind is Sinners, out of the ones we saw tonight. I mean, it was good. It has one really bad scene, which I was just like, oh my God, Ryan, what are you doing? Almost killed it for me, but the rest of the movies is solid. I liked it. It's vampires. That's about it, really. It wasn't a lot of good movies. Just watched Hunting Season with Mel Gibson. Wasn't that great. Alex Ogle, more realistic would it be to have one of the characters dressed as a strange man-woman mix with long hair and excessive makeup singing You Spin Me Right Round by Dead or Alive. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Yeah, I don't know. The thing to do would have been to follow the natural progression of the story and end it at its peak. I feel that the Duffer Brothers either had a better plan that got derailed by the corporate guys, or they really only had about 12 episodes in them. And after the first 10, they were stretching out the last 2 episodes over, 4 more seasons. It feels like to me, but who knows? When it comes to writing, no one respects it. Few people can do it, but everybody wants to have a say. And the people with money want to have a say, but they don't understand the damage they do. I know exactly what they would change in the Pineys if they were ever do it as a TV series or a movie. The first thing they would say in this current era would be, oh my God, where's the diversity? because they're all related and they're all, basically they're all descended from English people, so they're all white. Like everybody in the Pineys is white. What do you want from me? They're all the same family. So, yeah, I know already that the Netflix people would be, churning the wheels in their brain to go, you gotta have more women in this thing. You gotta have more diversity. You gotta have more blah, 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 blah. The second thing they would do is all the guns. I got guns all the way through the Pineys. Anyone who's read the Pineys knows that Hemingway, one of the main characters, is like a total gun guy. He's got a million guns everywhere. He's got guns in his truck, in his house. He's shooting stuff all the time. They're going to hate that. And look, I already know what they're going to do. They'll want to like completely cut it all back. I have a hilarious scene in the Pineys where Hemingway is trying to find something out, and he ends up in front of there's a general store in South Jersey in Tabernacle called Nixon's. It's one of the last general stores. So he's in the parking lot with Shelley, and he meets this kid on a bike and says, "Hey kid, I want to question him, but like he wants to question him, but he wants to make sure he's not a devil." And one of the ways the devils can't touch silver. So Hemingway flips him his silver dollar, and the kid catches it, and he's a normal kid, so he knows he's not, a devil. But then he says to the kid, "Okay, give me my silver dollar back." And the kid's like, "No, you gave it to me." And he's like, "No, I want my silver dollar back." And the kid's like, No, I'm going to keep it." And he goes, "All right, look, I'll give you a gun." And and Shelley immediately pulls him aside and goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And he goes, "Don't worry, I'm not going to give him any bullets." And of course, he can't give him a gun, but he gets his silver dollar back. He buys the kid a brownie, and that's the bit. But that bit wouldn't go over with, I think, the woke tards at a place like, say, Netflix, because they'd be like, "Oh my God, you can't give him a gun." See, he doesn't really give him a gun. It's a bit. But it's kind of edgy, right? Because you don't give children guns. So they wouldn't understand that, I think. Maybe they would. I don't know. But that would be the kind of thing I think would go right out of the story. So, but the total opposite of that would be, in a few years, let's say everybody's really into traditional entertainment, right? Let's say the Democratic Party collapses, the Republicans take over everything, everybody's going back to church, everybody's a traditional American now. Now they'd look at the Pineys and go, "Oh, wow, yeah, it's guns, that's great. Oh, it's ancestors going back to the Revolutionary War. Oh, that sounds very interesting, awesome. Wait a minute, there are devils in it? Oh, wait a minute, we got a lot of religious people who watch this. Oh, no." You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Anywho, let's get into some of the headlines. Fandom Pulse. Arc Press fires Larry Correia's friend as senior editor, DJ Butler. He seemed like a cool guy, but I don't know why he got fired 2 weeks before Christmas. What the heck did he do? He was the guy who was looking for new books. I tried to pitch him the Pineys, but he was like, "Well, you already published that, so we need you to pitch something else." But it was a lot to write, and I didn't get around to doing it, so there you go. Serial Sunday, Superluminary, The Lords of Creation by John C. Wright, episode 11. Okay, I don't know what that is. After massive backlash, fans propose fixes to Stranger Things to remove the gay. Look, what does being gay have to do with any of the events in Stranger Things? I watched the first season before they ever mentioned the kid was gay. Had nothing to do with being gay. It had more to do with people disappearing and monsters. I'm not sure why you would put in such a hard gay story in a show that had nothing to do with sexuality. Like it has literally nothing to do. That's another thing that's missing from the Pineys, by the way. I don't think there are any gay characters. No. I kind of have one in mind, but I haven't introduced them yet, so I what are you doing here? Why even go gay in a show like Stranger Things? It doesn't make any sense. I think part of it too is like when the actors get popular, some of them become a real problem. Like now, oh, I'm popular now. Now you can't do the show without me. I have some demands. And the first demand, of course, is a lot of money, which you could understand. Sure, a lot of money. Here you go. Here's a big pile of money. But then beyond that, demands will be for, well, for instance, I heard in The Sopranos, one of the actors wanted to sing. And he was a singer, so they let him sing in an episode, which was kind of fine, but like at the same time, I didn't really want to see singing in The Sopranos. Just felt like it was kind of inserted in there. So then you get stuff like that, like, oh, I want to do a stunt. Oh, I want to do this kind of scene or that kind of scene. Now you got the actor who has a little power. He's throwing his weight around, and now it's impacting the show. But then, you've got something like this, like, oh, I'm gay, and I got to come out on the show, and it's going to be a big deal, and everybody's going to watch. Well, that might be the woke-tard version of people watching your show, but people were already watching Stranger Things. You didn't need to go, well, now a lot of people will watch it if we gay it up. Like, that wasn't going to happen. That wasn't why people watched the show. They watched it for the nostalgia, and they watched it for the monsters. It was a monster show. It was a weird show. Part of the appeal of it was we didn't understand why people were disappearing, what was happening in Hawkins. Now that we understand it more, it's not as interesting. And the show should have ended a lot sooner, as it turns out. Or you should have made some other revelations that were interesting. Not that, hey, this character's gay. That's not an interesting revelation. It's just, what possible impact will that have on the monsters and the end of the world? The movification of AAA games. I guess all the games going woke. Media is soft power that everyone knows and pretends not to know. Yeah. I mean, some people know it and say it. A lot of people on the internet say it. Here it is again. Netflix turns Stranger Things, Volume 5, into a lecture on homosexuality. Now, Fandom Pulse tends to be pretty blatant when they call this stuff out, but it seems that way. Oh, man. Sorry. Ate a lot of broccoli. Hope you're not hearing that. Hope the mic's not picking that up. This is The Poverty of Our Attention. That was a good article. I did a video on it. So if you want to go back and see that, it's pretty good if you want to read it. It was interesting. I don't want to get into it again, but you check it out if you get a chance. All right. Over at Variety. Oh, Brigitte Bardot, dead at 91. If you don't know Brigitte Bardot, she was a total smoke show back in the day. Pretty based, from what I hear. I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not, director, going to toe-to-toe with Chevy and Community Cast turning down interviews. I'm not sure why they pick on Chevy Chase so much. To some extent, I could see it kind of karma. Apparently, Chevy back in the day was kind of hard to work with. But there's no denying the guy was an innovator when it came to comedy. He was instrumental in creating SNL. He is one of the creators of the show. And they didn't have him really in the 50th anniversary show. And that's a disgrace. He should have been there. He should have been doing Land Shark. What else? Jamie Lee Curtis. See, here's another one. She exhausts me with her wokeness. Jamie Lee Curtis says, thank God her mother didn't let her audition for The Exorcist at age 12. My mom really wanted me to have a childhood. Yes, you seem perfectly normal. She probably would have gotten the role. I mean, her dad was Tony Curtis. James Cameron will hold a press conference to reveal Avatar 4 and 5 storylines if Fire and Ash underperforms and ends the franchise. Okay. It sounds to me like nobody wants to see or hear about 4 and 5, but you do you. Yeah, see, here's the big show on TV right now. It's called Heated Rivalry. It is a TV show about gay hockey players. Like, that's the hot show right now. Good luck with that. Not enough gay shows on TV. Oh, we need more gay. I mean, why don't you just make a channel at this point? Just make a whole gay channel. Landman Season 2, Episode 7, Craziest Moments. I hear this show's good. The girlfriend's watching it. She likes it. What else? What else? That's about it. A variety. Okay. Over at Bounding in the Comics, Supergirl test screening feedback says Millie Alcock shines amid mixed reactions. I think just because she's young and hot. But whatever. Here are the 10 best popcorn buckets of 2025. Ooh, let's look at that. We don't have good movies, but we have good, cool popcorn buckets, everyone. Don't worry, movies are saved. So, number 1, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, magic popcorn bucket. Don't care. Would never buy it. Tron Ares lights. Indie Phantom, I just don't find her attractive. Now, I wouldn't turn her down. I don't know, I think she's kind of cute. But again, I think that's more youth than her looks. So, girls in their early 20s, they're just hot. 90% of them. I mean, you got to be hard-looking girl in your early 20s for people to go, ugh. I mean, if you're relatively thin and you're like 22, they did a study and they had guys pick attractive women pictures, right? So they got a bunch of different guys from ages, I think, 15 to like 72, and had them look at photos of beautiful women and pick the most beautiful of that, you know, of the age range. And almost all of them picked 22. So that's like the sweet spot for guys. But it's about age. It's about having the most, the traits that look like they're fertile. And youth is one of those traits, and a bunch of other things. So, Indie Phantom, these popcorn buckets seem impractical and expensive. I see your point, Tony. She won't age well. LOL. Tony, I need you to buy that Tron Ares bucket and display it proudly. It's $74.99 too. Where do you even put the popcorn? Where does the popcorn go? Who the hell would buy this? This has got to be in a dumpster somewhere. I bet I could get it for free. If I could get it for free, I'll totally display it. What kind of popcorn bucket is this? All right, I'm ready to see Tron Ares. What is that? Oh, it's my popcorn bucket. It's got so much popcorn in it, it's falling all over the floor. Yeah, well, you know, Tron Ares popcorn bucket. Mission Impossible Final... It's a lock and key Final Reckoning bucket. Oh, yeah. That sounds like something I'll use a lot. Indie Phantom. It's true, when I was in high school, I was finding all the nerd chicks hot and wondered why guys were so shallow. Ionisys, why is Tron Ares not on any worst movie list? Yes! Thank you. That should totally be on a worst movie list. Not one list had it. Oh my God. How did that happen? Maybe it was so forgettable they just forgot. Indie Phantom, I guess anything you could shove popcorn in is a bucket. It's like one of these old SNL ads. Here's Karate Kid Legends. What is that even supposed to be? Chop popcorn bucket. Oh, okay. So it's supposed to be like a board. You go, that's the dumbest thing ever. $28 though. With popcorn on the side. Yeah, we don't want to ruin your popcorn bucket by putting popcorn in it. Here's another bucket so you don't have to ruin it. Like, what the hell are these things for? Collectible crap you're going to put on eBay 10 minutes you get back from the movies? Indie Phantom Tron Ars was somehow forgotten. Yeah, it wasn't on one list. Avatar and Fire and Ash Banshee popcorn bucket. Why are you in urgent care? I got stabbed by my Fire and Ash popcorn bucket when I was trying to watch the movie. What? Yeah, I sat down and it poked me in the face, and then I repositioned it and it stabbed me in the leg, and then I spilled all the popcorn, and now I'm here in urgent care getting a bandage and some stitches. Indie Phantom, none of these are actually buckets. Oh, these are great. Regal's Jurassic World Rebirth Incubator popcorn. Okay. Is that supposed to do something? Oh, I remember this one. Marvel's Galactus popcorn vessel for the Fantastic Four first steps. I believe the popcorn goes in the back. I just imagine people doing obscene things with the Galactus head. If I was like, back in the 80s getting a popcorn head, I'd be like, yeah, here's your popcorn. Let me salt that for you. Indie Phantom, somehow these are the new Funko Pops. They sure are, and they're way more expensive. Wicked for Good Emerald City popcorn bucket? Where's the bucket? Where is it? $47.95. Go F yourself. These you probably could actually spin. You probably make some money turning one of these over. I bet the theater major who missed the Wicked for Good will buy it from you. Indie Phantom, these are silly as F but hilarious. Netflix Frankenstein popcorn bucket collectible. Now, is that popcorn or is that brains? Because it looks like fake brains. Iona says, popcorn buckets, where the real money from the movies is made. Yeah, apparently. Predator Badlands spaceship popcorn bucket. My God, you get an action figure, too. That kind of looks like the Millennium Falcon and Slave One combined, almost. Because it's got the sleekness of the Slave One look to it. If you cut it in half, it would totally look like Slave One. And it's got the two things like the Millennium Falcon. Indie Phantom, imagine walking out with like 10 of these. I'm flipping them on eBay. Well, that's the only reason to buy them that I could think of, unless you're a kid and you got money to burn. I mean, who's got $80 or $50 to throw in a pot? I already spent $60. I didn't even get one of these. Indie Phantom, where goes the popcorn? The best part is they offer the popcorn on the side so you don't have to ruin your popcorn bucket. So I assume it just comes in a box that you're taking home, and then you have your popcorn. It's like, thank you for your money, idiot. Oh, here we go. I guess it's a giant head filled with popcorn. Let me play this. I'm going to leave the sound off. Where the hell is the popcorn? Open the damn head up and show us. Nope, that's not a real video, I guess. And that's it. Oh, thank God. All right, moving on. Ooh, Sydney Sweeney. Hollywood's biggest winners and losers of 2025. Oh, there's another list. I didn't even see this one. Let's take a look. Sydney Sweeney is got 2 big winners. 1, Netflix. Yeah. Got to say, they had a good year. Lost, Paramount. Yeah. Kind of was rooting for Paramount. Did not a great year. 1, David Zaslav. Yep, he's walking away with a giant pile of money. Lost, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. Yes, their endless lawsuit continues. Indie Phantoms. So they are really even encouraging people to just buy the buckets and eat your own damn popcorn at home. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're a collector, you don't even want to open the box. So I assume they're on eBay completely unopened, and I'm sure they're flooded with dozens of them for about a week, and then nobody wants them. 1, Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdi. 1, Ryan Coogler and Zach Kreger. Yeah, they did well. Lost, Star Trek. Oh, dear God. Star Trek's a S show. And Paul Giamatti, really, dude, did you need work this bad? I would have helped. I would have pitched in on a GoFundMe rather than see you do this show. Holy cow, dude. I hope they drove the money truck to your house. I mean, it's been a downward slide for Paul Giamatti too this year. I think Paul Giamatti has to take an L this year, unfortunately. I like him as an actor, but Jesus. He was in that stupid Craven movie, I think, or wait a minute. When did he play the Rhino? No, that was in the other Spider-Man movie. Talk about miscast. And then now he's doing the bad guy in Star Trek. Indie Phantom. Oh, I skipped one. Indie Phantom. Did Paramount officially lose now? No, I mean, it's still going on. So I guess there's a chance. Paul Giamatti, LOL, the Rhino was a better idea. 1, Taylor Sheridan, he sure did. Guy got $1 billion. Holy crap. By the way, Taylor, the Pineys are available on Amazon, books 1 to 19. You obviously can afford it. 1, award shows? No, they didn't. Nah, you're dreaming. That's a Hollywood dream. Award shows improved from their friggin' cellar basement level ratings, but only because you finally figured out, oh, they don't want to be lectured by woke people, millionaires who they actually want to be entertained, huh? Well, I guess we could try that. But who the hell, I mean, they lost. I mean, the Oscars is going to YouTube. It's over. It is over. Sydney Sweeney, yeah, kind of lost this year. I mean, her cleavage could only carry her so far. The jeans ad effed everything up because she backed off of it. She kind of apologized. That was no bueno. She should have never done that Christie movie, whatever the hell it was. You could have literally put her in Bikini, the movie, and it would have made, I'll say conservatively, 3 times the money whatever that Christie movie made. I mean, who the hell wants to see her 30 pounds heavier getting her face punched in? I don't want to see that movie. Now you make her a femme fatale in some movie and put her in hot outfits where she tempts people and seduces them? I'm so there. But the hell are you doing? Oh, she's an actress. Okay. She's got plenty of time to be an actress when she's in her 40s. When she's in her 20s, she should be hot. Because she ain't going to be hot forever. Apple TV won. I mean, does it need to win? Apple is a $1 trillion corporation, and these TV shows, I assume, mean next to nothing. Indie Phantom, LOL, yeah, award show lost years ago. Sweeney looked like she was going to ride the wave, but it came crashing down around her. I mean, Pluribus sounds kind of cool, but I don't know. I'm not watching it. I mean, I literally have the box for Apple TV. I had it here for like 2 years. And I still haven't bothered to hook it up. I'm just not motivated to watch TV. There's just nothing. I mean, I kind of wanted to see Pluribus, and then I read some of the reviews, and now I'm kind of like, Lost. Glenn Powell and Jared Leto. Well, Jared Leto definitely lost. I mean, he seems to be on a streak of losses. Glenn Powell, yeah, the running man, no bueno. No bueno. One, James Gunn. I mean, it's kind of a Pyrrhic victory. He kind of won by default. He kind of just won by not completely failing. But the internet calls him a loser all the time. I mean, the internet wants Zack Snyder back. That much is clear. I don't want Zack Snyder back. I don't think he can tell a story. James Gunn can kind of tell a story, but it's the same story. It's okay. Now I'm getting sick of it. Indie Phantom, yeah, that's a good call on Powell and Leto. Oh, man, I ate too much broccoli tonight. I mean, Crypto was fun. I kind of liked the Superman movie, but much like how I soured on Seth Rogen, I've soured on James Gunn. I am not rooting for him anymore. I want him to go away. I was looking forward partly to the Paramount winning the battle over Warner Brothers so they could fire him and he'd go on and do something else. Indie Phantom, James Gunn, they are setting up for next year's fall. Maybe. Lost, Stephen King adaptions. Yeah, these didn't do too well. A lot of people were like, oh, I gotta see The Long Walk. I gotta see The Long Walk. It looks stupid as F to me. But you do you. Life of Chuck looked depressing as hell. Running Man certainly didn't help him. So, are we done? One, South Park? Nah, I don't know if I agree with that. On the one hand, I defended South Park, and I kind of regret it now because they really went after Trump a little too much, I feel. Although I haven't seen any of this season. But, again, I'm willing to give them some slack because their service has been so great up until now. I'm willing to give the season a chance. But the fact that major, entertainment outlets are not complaining about South Park is a bad sign. If they were complaining about it, I'd be all about it. But the fact that they're like, oh, South Park's the greatest thing ever just because they're criticizing Trump, yeah, I don't like that. It doesn't sit well with me. Lost, prestige biopics. Yeah, that was a prestige biopic, The Smashing Machine. One, Universal. Jurassic Park did well again. I hate it, but no denying that it made money. Lost, binging? Yeah, I mean, I never liked binging to begin with. Indie Phantom, I thought Long Walk was mid, but The Running Man and Life of Chuck were below mid. The Monkey and It, Welcome to Derry still need to finish. Derry has good moments. I've heard some positive things about Derry, but yeah, I hate prequels so much. All right, I gotta take a little break-a-roo. Be right back. Joan? Joan's on the floor. Hold on. Come here, Joan. Hate to disturb you. And I'm gonna put you here. You gotta entertain. You gotta be entertained for a little while. This may take a minute. Joan. Let's see what you did this time. Oh, man. Sorry about that. That was an emergency. Ate too much broccoli. Ugh. All right. Indie Phantom, Lost, movies about fighters. Jenna Ortega is kind of losing in my mind. She did a film with The Weeknd, which is probably not the best career move, to be honest. That was Hurry Up Tomorrow on the list. Alex Ogle, Joan, I mean, had you wanted to get Tony canceled the end of the year, maybe the best time to do it. The channel's actually doing very well. I gained like over 100 followers in December because of my streak of hits. I had like over 12,000 hits in like a week. That was pretty good for me. But the binging, yes, Indie Phantom, too much broccoli. What does that cause? Oh, nothing good. Don the Second is here. Sup, chat? Sup, Don? Yeah, binging. I think binging is a bad idea. I think you should put out the shows one at a time and not drop them all. I think you should pick a premiere day and then drop them once a week. Don the Second, man, I don't know if I saw a movie in theaters this year. Yeah, well, I can't blame you. Can't blame you. One. Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert. No way. No way. These two losers lose every single time they go up against Trump. They did not win. Jimmy Kimmel was nearly canceled. I've never heard of that before. I've never heard of a president nearly canceling someone on TV. Stephen Colbert was canceled. Yeah, you gave him a bunch of fake awards. Who cares? Don the Second, I show my little brother Paid in Full yesterday. It's a classic movie. LOL. Paid in Full. Paid in Full. What was that? I think I heard of this movie. A young man from Harlem forced to cope with the 1980s drug scene builds an illegal empire only to have a crisis of conscience. Sounds like New Jack City. Indie Phantom, I binged on Doritos recently and it wasn't a great idea. Kimmel and Colbert basically being canceled is considered a win now? Well, Kimmel survived the cancellation, but Colbert didn't. Colbert is canceled. He's just not leaving until, I don't know when his contract's up. I think in April? Lost Snow White. Oh, certainly did. Rachel Zegler, really. Finally. But Rachel Zegler never should have been put in this position. The moment, first off, they never should have done Woke Side Story. And you could say, well, it wasn't Rachel Zegler's fault. That's true. But normally that kills your career. Like you're in a movie like that, a big ass movie directed by Steven Spielberg, and it bombs. You don't go, oh, let's put her in more movies. Usually go, oh, that's it. Don the Second, oh yeah, New Jack City was sort of goofy, but I liked it. That's Wesley Snipes, classic. Kiter Suke is here. Oh, it's Kite. Your name looked different. Guys, I hope you had a good Christmas. I did. I have a house full of chocolate chip cookies, and other goodies, and almost no other food. I ate some cookies before the video too. So I'm pretty happy. I like it when I have food in the house, although I don't have any good food now, but because I ate the broccoli and a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, and I got some cool gifts. The girlfriend is trying to redress me, get me a new wardrobe. And I got a few other things I needed. Indie Phantom, yeah, New Jack City is a true blaxploitation. Pretty UFN. Alex Ogle, was it Kimmel who gave the alternative Christmas message on the UK Channel 4 this Christmas? He sure did. He sure did. And God, how embarrassing. How much of a shill do you have to be to go to another country just to complain about your president when you are, I mean, literally he's the host of the biggest thing on television, but that's not good enough. Now he has to fly across the Atlantic Ocean to do it in another country because what? I guess ABC said no to that, Jimmy? What a pathetic human being. Indie Phantom, fun. Man, Zegler is so sourpussed. Alex Ogle, they are at the same time as the King's Christmas message, which was every bit as crap as you'd expect from King Charles. Like Star Trek movies, they are better even numbered. Better one even numbered? Kite. Yeah, I don't know why it changed or how my name looked before. Maybe it was some weird update on mobile. Yeah, they updated things and confused me too. Alex Ogle, look at Zegler's eyes. Great for range finding. Excellent stereoscopy. And like Rachel Zegler, again, she's at the age where she's not great looking, but she's at an age where if you put her in makeup, she looks good. In Y2K, she looks good. Oh, Don the Second. Merry Christmas, Pineys. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Thank you for your donation. Joan, Don the Second bought you treats. I'll get you some treats. Here, I'll give Joan a treat now. These are Zoots. She likes these. Yeah, you woke up for this. You woke up for that sound. There you go. Joan has no teeth, so they got to be soft treats. Thank you very much. Indie Phantom, I did get an interesting book for Christmas from my coworker, a pretty expensive one on the lost and unproduced works of Ray Harryhausen. Artwork is great. Oh, that sounds cool. Don the Second, shout out Joan. Thank you. I got my dad a really cool book that I got on my travels. I was doing a local author event, and there was a guy there who wrote books on just South Jersey tomatoes. So he had an entire book. He runs a seed library and everything. He's like an expert on South Jersey tomatoes and all the different species and brands. And like my dad's a farmer, so he loved it. And I got him to sign it, and it's pretty cool. I mean, it's a South Jersey thing, so. All right, so yeah, Snow White lost. Rachel Zegler lost. One YouTube. I mean, Google's media monster is gradually devouring the television business. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube, but I watch other stuff too. I mean, streaming. Basically, they ought to just move TV to the internet. That's what they should do, but they haven't figured it out yet. Won and lost AI. That's AI chick. That's what's her name? Tori Atwood or something? I don't remember. I don't see it replacing actors yet, but again, somebody is going to jazz up their computer, put an AI in it that can render, scenes, and if the AI can keep the actors looking consistent in each scene, they're going to put together a movie. I'll be able to do it with the Pineys, and it'll be awesome. And then try and stop me. Try and stop me from putting that many guns in a movie. Indie Phantom, lost. SAG and WGA. Ain't that the truth? Why don't you go on strike again? Won. Pedro Pascal? No, he did not win. He was in Fantastic Four First Steps, which bombed, and you're putting him in Doomsday, which will probably bomb. He was in Eddington, which I don't think made any money. Let's see. Did it make money? It may have, because it's a cheap to produce movie, I think. Don the Second. I think half AI, half real actors will be what Hollywood does. Probably. So this movie made $13 million, but we don't know the budget. If I had to guess, it cost more than that. I'll try looking it up. 25 million. Yeah. So that movie did not make its money back if the AI is being legit. He also made another movie that took place in the 80s. I forget what it was called. That went nowhere. So his box office, his BO is no good. Alex Ogle, Charles I executed for royal overreach. Charles II put back on the throne after Cornwell's insanity, so he knew to keep his mouth shut. Charles III is a bumbling fool. Star Trek movies pattern. Indie Phantom lost. Pascal. Indie Phantom Freaky Tales. Yes, which I do want to see. And that's it. Over at Bleeding Fool, Oscars dump ABC to stream YouTube's global audience. Why Pierce Brosnan says he's done talking about James Bond. Yeah, there was a rumor he was going to come back and be old James Bond, which would be cool, but they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. James Gunn explains his surprising DCU Brainiac pick. Who cares? Don't care now. You've worn me out. You've worn me out. James Gunn, do whatever you do. I gotta watch Fallout. I only watched the first episode so far. Deadline. Deadline's critics picked their top 10 movies of 2025. Oh my God, there's more. Pete Hammond, Begonia, no. Frankenstein, maybe. Hamnet, nah. Jay Kelly, probably not. Nouvelle Vague, Blue Moon, maybe. Nuremberg, maybe. One Battle After Another, no. Rental Family, maybe. Sentimental Value, maybe. Sinners, probably. Damon Wise, top 10 films. The Secret Agent, The Sound of Falling, Sentimental Value, One Battle After Another, Eddington, Train Dreams, Sinners, The Mastermind, Surratt, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. So basically all the same stuff. SNL writer Jimmy Fallon's sister Christina Downer reported missing in L.A. This is not like her. L.A.'s a dangerous place, man. I hope you find her. Alex Ogle. I bet the Bond franchise will bring Russell T. Davies in to write it since he did such a good job with Doctor Who. Well, you see, James Bond comes back gay. Yeah, he's super gay. Indie Phantom. It's amazing how I just get bored hearing the titles of most of these. Yeah, it's all the same stuff. And you know I do all those trailer reviews. Like, there's so many that aren't mentioned. And some of them look good. What about Havoc? Havoc was awesome. I loved Havoc. That was a good movie. The action in that was superb. Absolutely superb. And I want to see the Sisu sequel, The Road to Revenge. It's going to be good. That should probably be on my top list of movies for 2025 if I get to see it. I've been looking for it. It just got out of theaters, I think. Pushing Avatar. Bridget Bardot died. All right, moving on to Cosmic Book News. X-Men trailer leaks for Avengers Doomsday. Will anyone care? So I guess these are stills from the X-Men leak. So there's X-Men. Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, James Marsden. What are they going to kill everybody? Oh, here it is. I have to put the sound down and probably get flagged on this, so I gotta keep stopping and starting it. So who knows what they're saying? Can I put on? No, I can't put on the. Looks like they're walking around a house, and nothing's happening. Come on, have something happen. There's the Xavier School plaque or whatever. I guess that's supposed to be the Xavier School. Indie fandom. Havoc? I look like a... Looks... I took a leak over all those pics. Oh. So it's just shots of the Xavier School. There's Patrick Stewart in the distance. There he is on his wheelchair with the X. Get it? He's playing chess, and they're levitating to pieces because they're mutants and they do things. And they're good friends in real life, and I guess they're going to be friends in the movie now, and now they're all going to die, and this will be the last teaser for... There we go. Cyclops doing something cool. The X-Men will return. All right. So that's it. That's about it. Oh, boy. Can't wait till the female Black Panther comes out. Oh, boy. Oh, that's just going to be great. That's going to be... Oh, I'm polluting my britches with joy. Continuing. Duffer Brothers Toast. All right, let me show you Havoc really quick. Tom Hardy's in it. Here it is. On Rotten Tomatoes. So Tom Hardy is a corrupt cop, and he's got to protect this kid of the mayor. And man, the action in this thing is like off the charts. I'll read you the write-up. Walker, Tom Hardy, is a bruised detective fighting his way through the criminal underworld, threatening to engulf the entire city. In the aftermath of a drug dealer going wrong, Walker finds himself with a number of factions on his tail: a vengeful crime syndicate, a crooked politician, as well as his fellow cops. Also Timothy Oliphant's in it too. Indie Phantom looks like every MCU movie. Yep. Doomsday on December 26th next year, trying to catch that holiday cash. Indie Phantom. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. Good director. We'll check it out. I went to the wrong thing. There it is. No. There it is. Duffer Brothers Toast. Stranger Things finale sparks Game of Thrones level backlash. I'm gay. But here's a movie that could be on the list of good movies. Madden. Starring Christian Bale on the left. That's Christian Bale here. And Nick Cage as John Madden. It looks like it'll be fun. They gave Nicolas Cage man tits. You got to watch the trailer. It's pretty funny. Zack Snyder shares Henry Cavill's Superman image for Christmas. Must be a day with a Y in it. How many pictures did you take on this movie? Maybe if you spent more time writing the script instead of taking pictures on the set, it might have been a better movie. Don the Second. That Madden movie looks cool. LOL. Yeah, it's doubly cool for me because I grew up seeing John Madden in those football games. And then I also grew up watching Nick Cage, so it's just going to be hilarious watching him do that. Indie Phantom. Was that the finale of Stranger Things? I'm gay and sad. It was the next to last episode, I think. I think there's one more episode that's the finale. But it's the lead into the world's going to end. I'm gay. Don the Second. I wonder if they'll mention the game. I don't know. Trump White House uses Christmas vacation to celebrate Christmas. And Randy Quaid pointed out that who's his character in Christmas Vacation? The uncle. I can't think of his name. But he's the only one that stands up for the Pledge of Allegiance in the movie. Jason Momoa teases Lobo, parties with Street Fighter cast, drops first look at new movie with Dave Bautista. So, I mean, he looks like Lobo. It'll be fine, I guess, but They probably should have went with a Lobo movie rather than a Supergirl movie. But then again, Lobo's not a really good character to hang a movie on. Read his comics. They're kind of fun, but there's not really much of a story there. It's just Lobo running around punching people and killing people, and they can't kill him. I mean, he's basically the DC version of Deadpool when you get right down to it. He's just a slight, Deadpool is more irreverent, and Lobo's a little more mean. But he was better off as a side character where, he's more intriguing that way. Dwayne Johnson honors Jumanji, spreads Christmas cheer. Okay, he looks a lot skinnier, doesn't he? Looks very skinny, Dwayne Johnson, as compared to before. I wonder why that is. We'll have to get some detectives on that. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. No idea why it would be any different, Dwayne Johnson. Let's see. Chevy Chase had a full meltdown after being fired from Community for using the N-word. I don't know. Did he really say it, or is this a way to get him off the show? Indie Phantom, is that a white zombie? Is that White Zombie? No, that's the chick from Avatar. I don't believe... Look, Chevy Chase was in a sketch on SNL with Richard Pryor where he does use the N-word. And it was part of his sketch. So I don't know if he was joking around or if they're just wanted to get rid of him off the show or what. Best action movies of 2025. All right, we'll take a look at this. Deathstalker. I hear good things about Deathstalker. It's very 80s, I hear. I think it was produced by, what's his face? Slash. I think he's one of the producers. Demon Slayer. Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Infinity Castle. I don't know. By the time I say the title, the movie's over. But maybe. Fight or Flight. Again, it just looks like the Bullet Train movie on a plane, but I don't know. I can't really tell them apart between this and Bullet Train, but maybe. From the world of John Wick, Ballerina. That did not look good. Her moves did not look good in this. Ana de Armas is still a total smoke show, but she does not look like she could fight her way out of anything. Ghost Killer. Don't know that. Indie Phantom remake of Deathstalker minus boobs. Oh. It's not the 80s unless you have boobs. K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't know. Don't want to see that. Novocaine. Definitely want to see that. Predator Badlands. Don't really want to see it. Yeah, I really don't want to see the Predator talking to his dad about his feelings. And that's what I hear it kind of devolves into. Sisu, The Road to Revenge. Oh, yes. Please, dear God. Indie Phantom. Ballerina was BS. Oh, I definitely got to see Sisu. Definitely got to see it. 100%. Superman, I wouldn't call it an action movie, but it's all right, I guess. All right, moving on. Leaked Avengers Doomsday X-Men trailer raises bigger question. Is this enough to rekindle fan passion? No, would be my answer to that. Casting rumors fly for Rapunzel. Flynn Rider is Disney's live-action Tangled. Okay. Stranger Things creators spent more time writing Will coming out scene than the show's world-ending plot. Yeah, it sure seems that way. Sure seems that way. Paramount. Warner Brothers drama turns ugly as Ellison's weighs legal action over Netflix favored Warner Brothers Discovery sale. So, Trump wanted the opposite? He wanted Paramount to get it, or was this manipulation on Trump's part? I don't know. Maybe Trump figured At first, I figured he wanted a competitor to Disney to offset the wokeness. Or maybe he just figures, all right, I'll screw these guys on, the paperwork. He won't let the merger go through. Have the FTC jam him up for 10 years. I don't know. Geeks and gamers? Let's see. Are $100 video games inevitable? Probably. Ex-Call of Duty developer says yes, but Indie Me on TV pushes back. Indie Phantom, LOL, coming out was never saw that before. How brave. Oh, much brave, much stunning. Oh, speaking of Call of Duty, the guy who created Call of Duty died. He was in a Lamborghini, or another fancy car with an L. Lamborghini, I think it was. He was showing off, I think, and he blew himself up. Rumor, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, Tobey Maguire's, and Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool to lead Avengers Secret Wars. Okay. Not sure why you need two Spider-Man in the movie. Over at Breitbart. The Somali scandal continues. Oh my God, that was everywhere today. The Somali scandal is friggin' disgraceful. Woke college professor claims Christmas classic It's a Wonderful Life is full of racism. Okay, yep. It's about time for one of those. Also, too, Amazon apparently cut a scene out from It's a Wonderful Life on its platform, which is utterly insane to me. Indie Phantom, so Secret Wars, none too secret. Yeah. Former The Voice contestant Kata Hay arrested on vehicular homicide warrant. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Alec Baldwin says faith in God helped him overcome self-deletion thoughts after shooting woman to death. Now, Alec Baldwin, I've never heard him talk about religion before this. Like, ever. But I suppose it's possible. Seemed to me that he was not the religious type. Feels like a turn, doesn't it? Remember what I said when all the celebrities would get religious and suddenly find God? That could be this. I think. Indie Phantom. Yeah, I heard it was cut. Oh, this was in the news this week. Former child star Tyler Chase is apparently an addict now and having all sorts of problems. So they found him on the street, got him a hotel room, and he trashed the place. So still got more problems, apparently. There was a musician who canceled his performance at the Trump Kennedy Center, and they're filing $1 million lawsuit against him. Don't know why he would do that, but Indie Phantom, Stephen Baldwin was the religious one. Yeah. Alex Ogle. Alec Baldwin says faith in himself being God helped him. Here's the absolute jumping of the shark for woke people, I think. Zoe Saldana says her CGI alien character in Avatar is racist. Like, how woke do you have to be like, oh, I'm in this multi-million-dollar movie. Yeah, my character's racist. Like, isn't she supposed to be a hero in the movie? What are you doing? That's unreal. Let's see if there's anything over at the New York Post. Oh, this helicopter crash. This is not too far from me, by the way. This is in Hamilton, New Jersey. 2 helicopters apparently smacked into each other in Hamilton. One person died, and you could see, I think it was probably this one, he burned up. The other one sort of crash landed. He's in the hospital. But this story's all over the world now. I saw people in India covering that story. Indie Phantom, trashing hotel rooms is very Hollywood. And everything's about, of course, the Somalis. Here's another Reiner update. Rami Reiner makes first appearance since parents Rob and Michelle's deaths in somber birthday gathering by the beach. Yeah, I think I would have canceled mine, but maybe it would have helped you. Helicopters are quite dangerous, Tony, says Indie Phantom. Yeah, you won't catch me in one. I don't like to get in a plane. Helicopter, you can effing forget it. The building better be on fire to get me in a helicopter. Or I better be dying on a highway somewhere. Alex Ogle, things seems to be erupting in Syria and Iran. Headlines should be covering that more. Oh, erupting. Maybe, but here's a big headline. Trump willing to travel to Ukraine, pitch parliament on ceding land to Russia in bid to end war. He is really going for it. I don't think Trump cares much about the Syrians and Iran. I don't think he takes them all that seriously. Indie Phantom, was there a Reiner funeral? There hasn't been one yet. And I'm not sure why. I know Reiner was Jewish, and I think Jewish people, don't you have to be in the ground within a week? Or is that only Orthodox? Maybe that's only Orthodox Jews. But I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe they did a private thing and kept it out of the papers. This woman was kicking a field goal for 100K and missed it. That's a shame. Supreme Court could give Republicans a good shot at keeping the House in 2026. These Dems are in the hot seat. Good. Alex Ogle, Trump won't get peace in Ukraine without threats. Zelensky is making too much money out of it, and the European militaries are using it as a test. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he probably already threatened. So he's got to give up land, though. That's the only way it works. There's Mark Wahlberg and his missus. Let's see. Kim Kardashian gifts sister Courtney Pee Wee Herman's iconic bike after it sells at auction for $125K. That's kind of sad the Kardashians bought Pee Wee's bike, though. Alex, bed for... Oh, okay. Let me read the whole thing again. Trump won't get peace in Ukraine without threats. Zelensky is making too much money out of and the European militaries are just using it to test bed for technology and tactics. Politicians are using it to excuse huge inflationary money issues. Yeah, I don't know if they can afford that, though, in Europe, especially the UK. My God, they're destroying people. Fugitive migrant criminal bizarrely tries to hide in town's nativity scene. Okay. But his scheme was spotted by the mayor, who noticed that the statue was moving. Why does the nativity scene smell like poo? Man, a lot of funny headlines today. Here's a World War II vet, 104, who played the national anthem on a saxophone. Or that's not a saxophone, is it? That's a different kind of horn, but I wouldn't correct him. He's 104. Indie Phantom, that's hilarious. Total Recall. Do you remember the people who defined 2025? Take the post-year-end quiz. All right, I think we'll end on this. This is a good ending. We'll take the quiz. Michael Jordan settled a major antitrust lawsuit against which sports organization? I want to say it was NASCAR. I am correct. I am correct. Which longtime Today Show anchor stepped down? I don't watch it. Al Roker, I think, is still there. Jenna Bush? I'll say this one. Yep. 2 for 2. Which former leader is Katy Perry reportedly dating? I know this one. It is Justin Trudeau. That's weird. Which tech billionaire did not attend Trump's inauguration? Jack Dorsey, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos. Bezos is definitely there. Zuckerberg's probably there. I'll say Jack Dorsey. That is correct. Man, I'm on a roll. 4 for 4. Who is influencer turned congressional candidate Jack Schlossberg? The grandson of Teddy Kennedy, or the grandson of Robert F. Kennedy, or the grandson of John F. Kennedy? Alex Ogle, Trudeau is gay. Is Perry coming out as trans? Indie Phantom, Trudeau sucks. Oh, I passed one. Indie Phantom, Roker just fell down. Let's see. I think he's the grandson of JFK. Correct. Man, I'm 5 for 5. Luana Lopez Lara became the world's youngest self-made female billionaire at the age of 29. What is the name of her company? Kalshi, Polymarket, or Anthropic? I'm going to say Kalshi. Correct. I'm 6 for 6. Where was New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani born? India, Pakistan, or Uganda? I know this one. He was born in Uganda. Yep. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew, also lost another title. What was it? Duke of York, Duke of Windsor, Duke of Sussex. Oh, boy. I don't really know this one. I don't think it's the first two, so I'm going to go with the third one. Because isn't his wife the Duchess of Sussex? Oh, it's the Duke of York. Damn it. Damn it, I missed one. Damn you, Royals. Oh, Alex Ogle knew it. Duke of York. Which movie did Diane Keaton, who died this year, win her only Oscar for? The Godfather, Something's Gotta Give, Annie Hall. I believe it was Annie Hall. Yes. Marissa Hargitay released a documentary about her famous mother. What is her name? Jane Mansfield is the name. Another hot smoke show. Decapitated in a terrible car accident, unfortunately. Which long-serving Democrat announced they will not run for re-election in 2027? Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, Bernie Sanders. Indie Phantom also knew Annie Hall. I believe it was Pelosi, but she announces that almost every year. Oh, I didn't get a confirmation. I think I won that one. Who is the highest-grossing actor of 2025? Jack Black, Jonathan Bailey, or Michael B. Jordan? It's got to be Jack Black, because he was in Minecraft movie. In that movie, he was in Minecraft, and he was also in the Mario Brothers, but that was last year. I think. Indie Phantom, Pelosi, yes. I think it's got to be Jack Black. Oh, Jonathan Bailey. Now, remind me who Jonathan Bailey is. Trump going wrong. Alex Ogle, a corrupt Democrat not running for re-election? Yeah. He's the highest grossing actor? Oh, he was in Wicked and Jurassic Park. Okay. Now it makes sense. I mean, the Wicked and Wicked for Good and Jurassic World Rebirth. Sure, I could see that. All right. Man, got a lot of questions. The Pit stars Noah Wiley, who was an original cast member of what other medical drama? I believe it's either Grey's Anatomy or House. So I'm going to say Grey's Anatomy. Oh, ZR. Damn it. Now I'm losing it. Indie Phantom. Who dat? Who did not accompany Lauren Sanchez on a space flight with Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin? Kate Perry. She was definitely there. Gail King, and Khloe Kardashian. I thought they were all on that. Kate Perry made an ass out of herself. I remember that. Oh, man. Indie Phantom ER. Yeah, you knew it. I'll say Khloe. Yep. Okay, it was Khloe. Who briefly became the first trillionaire in history? Oh, it's got to be Elon Musk. Correct. Which Beach Boys members died? Indie Phantom is on it. Khloe. Which Beach Boy members died? Al Jardine, Mike Love, Brian Wilson. I believe it was Brian Wilson. That's correct. What type of primates did Jane Goodall, who died this year, study? Apes, chimpanzees, or orangutans? I believe it was apes. It was gorillas in the mist. Oh, it's chimpanzees? Damn it. Anna Wintour stepped down as editor-in-chief at Vogue. How long did she have the job? Like 105 years. I'm going to say the longest one because she is super old. Nope, 37. Indie Phantom, Wilson, Brian Wilson. Yep. What was Sean Diddy Combs found guilty of? Transportation for a purpose of prostitution, assault, or racketeering. Indie Phantom, gorillas. The gorillas wasn't a choice, though. It was apes or chimpanzees. I think transportation for the purpose of prostitution. Correct. Alex Ogle, chimpanzees and orangutans are apes. Yeah, I know. Confuses me. What did Adrian Brody toss to his girlfriend, Georgia Chapman, when he won an Oscar this year? His notes, his jacket, his gum. Indie Phantom, bad music. I'll say his jacket. His gum? Okay, I didn't watch that. Thanks for taking this quiz. Well, don't I get a score? Oh, I got to add it up myself. I did pretty good. I think I got about 15 on that. All right. I'm going to wrap it here. Wrong. Indie Phantom gum. Oh, you knew that one. I don't remember that. I didn't watch it. All right. So it's 10:15, so I'm going to wrap. What's coming up this week? Yeah, nothing much for me. I got to get ready for the new year. We'll do another live stream next week. Should be no problem. Nothing going on really. Doing a New Year's Eve party. I'm very excited about. There's going to be sushi there, I'm told, or we're going to order sushi as part of the festivities. I'm very psyched for this. This is the way to ring in 2026. The new year will be rung in with sushi. I love sushi. I don't get to eat it very often these days. Alex Ogle, Happy New Year, Tony and Joan. I hope you have an enjoyable celebration and a prosperous 2026. To you as well, my friend. They are wishing us well, Joan. Special shout out to Don II for your donation. Thank you. And yeah, so I'll be working on the Pineys book 20 this week because it's a good time to do some writing where I got nothing going on for the next couple of weeks. I got to get back into the swing of things, getting a word out about the Jersey Devil. Hopefully there'll be very little snow in the days to come. I hate the snow. I hate driving in it. Indie Phantom. We learned that the best films of the year could also be the worst. Yes, we did. What other things did we learn? Well, we learned that One Battle After Another is on the top of a lot of people's list. Ionissus liked it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think they're pushing it a little hard. Alex Ogle at Indie Phantom, a testament to the shittiness of movies in 2025. Oh, more films to ridicule next year, we hope, says Kite, LOL. Indie Phantom says, Happy New Year, all. Yes, Happy New Year. I hope you guys have a good time in whatever you're doing. I hope you had a good Christmas. And what else? I think that's about it. Oh, boy. such a crazy year. I look at my calendar over here. It's got all my various events for 2025, and soon I have to erase the entire calendar and start all over again, put the new ones up. So, yes, there was a lot of crazy things this year. We saw horrific death in Rob Reiner. We saw horrific movies, just one bad movie after another. I hardly went to the movie. I think I went to the movie theater for the last time until something is done. I really do. After spending $60 last time I went, I am really like off the movie train. But I'll watch them on streaming, and I'll watch them for free whenever I can. Indie Phantom, cheers all. Cheers to you. And I guess that's it. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.